to the Jane Addams Tollway in hour 13. Stevenson going out now in hour 12 for the Veterans Tollway. You're an hour 2 inbound on the Dan Ryan 37 out, 30 minutes in. 57 outbound 20 and 17 on the inbound trip. Bishop Ford outbound 20, 15 in from 89 to the Dan Ryan. Pretty standard backup from both sides of the lakefront on DuSable Lakeshore Drive. Your next report's at 4:08 News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
All right, Neil, a beautiful day today. Sunny, breezy, warmer, high near 70.
Maybe slow
tonight, maybe a thunderstorm, low near 60. Summer temperatures tomorrow, a high of 83, 85. On Sunday, we've got 71 now at 3:59.
We got Northwestern class of 2026 graduating here in downtown Chicago.
News, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Coming up in the next half hour on News Radio WBBM, a domestic incident on the southwest side leads to the stabbing death of a baby girl.
This is Rachel Pearson. An Aurora school board member is accused of grooming and sexually abusing minors over several years.
Plus, a terrorist plot targeting synagogues and Jewish centers in New York, California, and Arizona are foiled, and an Iraqi national in custody. We're going to tell you about that next from CBS News and Business.
I'm Tom Busby at Bloomberg. Down hours on Wall Street.
Where is the traffic control, right?
Inflation. The Dow falling 537 points. The Nasdaq down 410. The S&P lower by 93.
Sunny skies, 71 degrees at 4 o'clock.
The failed system, right?
Yeah. What a safety.
There should be cops here, right?
Original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. A terror plot targeting Jewish institutions in New York, California, and Arizona has been foiled. The Justice Department says an Iraqi national has been arrested and charged with providing material support to Iran-backed terror groups and plotting to carry out attacks in the U.S. According to CBS's Anna Schechter,
this was the Joint Terrorism Task Force working with their partners, including at MI5, MI6, and they were able to infiltrate this individual's communications, electronic communications. So that's Telegram, that's messages on Snapchat, and even phone calls. And they were able to pinpoint and bring this indictment.
We're going to be in a few pictures here. This smile.
A law enforcement source familiar with the investigation says the suspect is believed to be
We're in the middle of a traffic jam here. There's a bunch of people graduating.
It's over, huh?
You know what's messed up, Emmy? There's no traffic here.
State Department says that
the
Israel
road's
and
shut
Lebanon
down.
have agreed to a 45-day extension of their ceasefire. An explosion and
There is no
fire at
cross
a
traffic.
lumber mill in Searsmont, Maine, some 90 miles from Portland, has injured at least 11 people. Catherine Robbins Halstead is one of the owners of Robbins Lumber.
All employees, the most important
This is
thing
nice,
I'm
you
so
know.
thankful
This country
for,
is
are
really
accounted
nice.
for. Buildings can be replaced, employees cannot.
Authorities say they are investigating the cause of the blast.
Any
President
age
Trump
you can
touted
go to,
fantastic trade
right?
deals after a 2-day summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping, and now he's on his way back to the U.S. CBS's Weisha Zhang also reports.
When it comes to Taiwan, which was the real sticking point for Xi, Trump said Xi asked him directly if he would defend Taiwan, and Trump said he told Xi he wouldn't talk about it. Trump says they agreed Iran should not have nuclear weapons and that the Strait of Hormuz must be open. But China did not say whether they would directly get involved in ending that war, although Trump said they would help.
A tenured Tennessee congressman ends his bid for re-election after the state carves up his congressional district.
The most difficult moment I've had as an elected official.
But longtime Tennessee Congressman Steve Cohen says he's ending his re-election bid after Republican state lawmakers redrew Tennessee's congressional map, dismantling his district that was built around largely black and Democratic-leaning Memphis. Cohen, who's Jewish and white, says he'll re-enter the race if his court challenge restores the old boundaries. The NAACP is also suing over the redistricting. Heather Bosch, CBS News.
Africa's top health agency declares an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, reporting nearly 250 suspected cases and 65 deaths. This is CBS News.
The stars shine brighter on CBS Morning. This is a slam dunk.
So cute. Y'all came in singing for this.
On CBS Morning.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 105.9 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
Yeah, we should have went to Michigan Avenue, right?
Friday, the 15th day of May. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Lisa Fielding. A beautiful day it is. Sunny skies, temperatures in the 70s. It's the 80s this weekend into Monday. The AccuWeather 5-day forecast coming up at 4:15. But first at 4, Chicago police say charges pending against a suspect accused of killing an infant on the southwest side. It happened this morning. Here's WBBM's Bernie Tafoya with our top story.
Officials believe the stabbing of an infant girl in the Gage Park neighborhood was an act of domestic violence. It happened shortly before 7:30 in the morning in a home in the 3000 block of West 59th Street. Police say the baby was stabbed in the chest, and afterwards, the suspect jumped from an upper floor window to the ground and was injured. The infant was taken to Comer Children's Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. The suspect was taken into custody after being taken to the University of Chicago Hospital. Police say a knife was recovered. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Child sex abuse investigation underway in Aurora.
55-year-old Michael Herbert, a board member at Aurora Christian Schools, is accused of abusing teenage boys over a period of years. Aurora police say the case began after a man in his 20s came forward late last year, claiming Herbert groomed and abused him starting in his early teens. Herbert's now facing multiple felony charges, including criminal sexual assault and possession of child sexual abuse material. Detectives say electronic evidence and additional reports led them to believe there may be more victims. Rachel Pearson, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Governor Pritzker back at work today after a second trip to the hospital in recent weeks.
The governor on Wednesday made his first public appearance since having what his office called a routine outpatient urological procedure on May 1st, telling reporters at a DNC event on the Mag Mile that he was doing well.
Do I look okay? Yeah, I feel good. Thank you very much for asking.
But Pritzker's office now confirms the governor went to a Springfield hospital that night for treatment of what a spokesperson calls a minor complication. He was sent home that evening and reportedly resumed his regular schedule the next day. The governor is 61 years old, and his health has been a topic of discussion as he seeks a third term and reportedly weighs a potential run for president. He's tried to address questions about his recent weight loss in a humorous manner, telling the Gridiron Club dinner that he put the gov in Wegovy. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9. WBBM.
Illinois State Police continue to crack down on unsafe driving on Chicago area expressways.
They're calling it a surge mission. Captain Patrick Mano is the Chicago Region Commander for the Illinois State Police.
During this surge mission, we'll be focusing on speeding, shoulder riding, reckless drivers, and criminal activity. Our troopers will utilize all the tools at their disposal to identify and track violators.
State police have an easier job of this with hundreds of automated license plate reading cameras and high-definition security cameras that have been installed along the expressways. Mano added, if you choose to put lives at risk on Illinois roadways, expect a swift response from the state police. Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
White Sox say they've gotten positive reports about the fan who fell from the stands into the Royals bullpen on Wednesday night. The team reached out to the fan to check on his well-being, and a friend says he is doing better. In a statement, the entire White Sox organization continued to wish him a full and speedy recovery. Summer approaches as Chicago brings back its weekly food truck festival in the Loop.
We're here at Daily Plaza on a Friday for a Chicago Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection initiative. It sounds a lot cooler when we call it the Shy Food Truck Fest, every Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. through early October. And let's eat. First up, our eyes are drawn to a truck that has pictures on its side of quesadilla tacos that we can taste just by looking. Here's Marissa Lamacias with the food truck Tacos and Quesadilla.
Everybody likes it. Usually the original is gold meat, but right here we do shredded beef. It already comes with 3 with the broth, the dipping. It's good.
Now, as much as these food trucks being here on a weekly basis add to the flavor profile of the Loop, it's also beneficial for the food trucks themselves, all locally owned small businesses. April Sanchez is the owner of Shy Food Truck Fest staple Tasty Chicago.
It's a really good concentration of people, a lot of buildings, so this is like a great event.
More information on the Shy Food Truck Fest and its rotating list of vendors can be found through City of Chicago socials. In the Loop, Brandon Eisen, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
New Love's travel stops open this week at the I-80 interchange with Briggs Street. The fuel center includes a Hardee's, laundry facilities, a dog park, 7 showers, and multiple RV parking spaces. In honor of the grand opening, the Herald reports that Love's will donate thousands of dollars to the Greater Joliet Area YMCA, Trinity Services, and Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. It is 4:08 now. Traffic and weather together, sponsored by the Great to skate Friday roads, Neil Fiorito.
Yeah, Lisa, a lot of time to listen to us here on WBBM. It's going to be a long ride getting to and from today. The tollways are all packed, especially on the tri-state. Some issues either way. Some good news on the southbound side, passing Roosevelt in the work zone. The stall we had in that area now gone, but you're stop and go from Balmoral. Northbound traffic on the tri-state pretty solid from I-57 to before 127th Street. You have a semi-fire getting cleaned up there. 3 right lanes are blocked. You're squeezing by only in the left lane very slowly. If you can use Cicero, you might want to do so. In northwest Indiana, pretty heavy traffic on 80-94, especially westbound, the whole way through to the state line. 94, we had a trouble spot eastbound in the work zone right before US 421, and that was a stall. That is cleared from the left lane. Expressways, now a new trouble spot on the Edens inbound at Tower Road.
That's a lot better.
In the left lane.
Must have been my greasy hands on there.
From Lake Cook to the Kennedy Junction. In the future, Metro wants to remind you to avoid these tough delays. Pick up a train. You can grab one out of Lake Forest, the UP North line available to you. The Kennedy
By the way, that was really important what we just did there by 12th Street, all right?
Eisenhower in, almost an hour 30 from I-90 into downtown, up on an hour 11 to the Jane Addams Tollway.
He didn't stop,
an hour 15 to the veterans. You're an hour 8 to drive in. The Dan Ryan 37 outbound, 30 minutes inbound on 57 out 20 on the outbound side of the Ford as well. No road blockage problems on DuSable Lakeshore Drive. It's very crowded in both directions in the usual spots. From the Metro Traffic Center next to Port 418, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
You probably don't know how to speak English.
Sunny with a high
you want to bet?
73,
The Mondos are back on.
Low to 96, could be a thunderstorm. And tomorrow, even warmer. Clouds and sunshine, maybe an afternoon thunderstorm, a high of 83. 73 at both airports, 71 lakefront. We have 75 in Morris. Stocks in the red today. The Dow down more than 540 points. It's 410.
Need a reason to visit Wind Creek Casino and Hotel?
What's up, everybody? It's 410. We're going to listen to some radio calls. How about that? Till I get my bearings straight. It's bad traffic in downtown. It's weird because there ain't nobody in downtown to have this much traffic, right? Yep. It's weird. We got an earlier video of being in downtown and there was nobody there until they get little, like I said, graduation by the Chicago Theater. So. But it is what it is. It's
what's up? That's why I say calm down.
Huh? I just drop you off here. Watch out for the cars, all right? It's wild. See ya.
Fixture as the tavern itself. Risa Lopez has worked for Sam for 24 years. She said he'd spend all day serving burgers.
I see him like a father. He used to tell us a lot of good advice about life. So it hurts.
The Hubbard Street landmark drew visitors from across the country, many drawn by its famous Saturday Night Live cheeseburger sketch.
Cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. What do you choose? What do you choose? What do you?
Like Julie Martin from Dallas, Texas.
I just feel very honored to be here, and it's everything I thought it would be.
Cianis is survived by his wife and 6 children. Glenn Marshall, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
People looking for affordable housing in Chicago may soon have an easier time searching for the best options. Members of the council's housing committee this week endorsed a measure that could lead to a dedicated Zillow-like online portal for people looking for affordable housing. Northside Alderwoman Angela Clay says the effort would help people avoid an often confusing or even inaccurate set of resources for finding the perfect home.
It makes a huge difference to just have one place that you can have reliable data, not something that was there from 10 years ago and the phone number doesn't work, and accurate listings.
The proposal would also put the city's publicly supported affordable units on the state's existing portal while a working group figures out a Chicago solution. And Pabst is shutting down Schlitz beer after more than 175 years of production. The news comes from Wisconsin Brewing Company, which also announced that it would be brewing the last slips at its brewery in Verona next weekend. The last batch will be made Saturday, May 23rd, before it rolls out in limited quantities June 27th. Pre-orders will be available May 23rd on Wisconsin Brewing's website. It's 4:13.
Chicago isn't just a city, it's a stage. From the latest theater premieres and music festivals to food that defines our neighborhoods and art that inspires the world, our newsroom brings you the stories that make Chicago one of a kind. Listen every day. News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and nearly 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. Left untreated, these veins can cause tired, heavy legs, swelling, burning, cramping, aching, even restless leg syndrome. In some cases, it can lead to serious health risks like blood clots. USA Vein Clinics offer minimally invasive treatments that take as little as 15 minutes, covered by most insurances. Call 224-215-2984 and schedule your appointment today. Don't wait. Call 224-215-2984 for free information. Imagine walking, exercising, and sleeping peacefully again. Varicose and spider veins won't go away on their own. USA Vein Clinics can help. Call 224-215-2984 for fast, easy, and affordable solutions. USA Vein Clinics treatments are covered by most insurance plans. Don't put this off any longer. Call 224-215-2984.
And remember, it's time for...
I'll show you where some migrants are at right now, all right?
It's the Friday afternoon Smart Quiz. We're going to have tickets to see Halt at the Chicago Shakespeare Theater. Visit chicagoshakes.com.
Summer means longer days and more deals at Lowe's. This Memorial
See, there ain't no cars here, right?
5 cubic foot garden soil.
So how just strange to try. What it is, we have a lot of Uber drivers. Most of them don't speak English, and most of them are not from Chicago, and they don't have chauffeur's license. In the old days, taxi cab drivers had to have a chauffeur's license, or they had to go through training at Harold Washington College, right? Are you behaving, brother? Haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm running around
You
doing
still
my...
here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to different places. I'm going to go see your amigos over here.
Oh. You come back here? No.
I'm around, brother.
No more, amigo. No more.
How's business, okay?
Yeah, it's good.
So-so?
It's not bad, yeah.
Nobody? Yeah, that's it. So how's the family, okay?
It's good, yeah. Everything is good.
All right, you keep out of trouble. I'm going to go see what the amigos are doing over here.
Yeah, I know. You come back more. This mother.
They're back, right?
Yeah.
All right, see you, my brother. You stay safe. Have a good weekend. That guy is works over here. He's a nice guy. I don't know if I want to tell you his story unless he tells me I can tell his story. Right there you go, man. There's a homeless guy right there, right? See that there? So you got homeless, right? And you got amigos, right? Amigos are the what? Migrants, right? And that's what we got going on here, right? So SubX.News, it's 4:16 p.m. We're in the middle of Streeterville right here. You got people all around. You got this guy here, right? He's living right there, right? Then you got the amigos, which is the Mondo. They're all right here, right? You'll see them coming up. I used to know these guys, right? I don't know who they are anymore, right? You got all kinds of things happening downtown here, man. Well, this is Streeterville, right? See that? These are migrants right in front of you. So where's my Greg or somebody always said, I want to see the Mondos. And these are the Mondos. That guy there in the hoodie, the black guy who was asked for drugs, right? That guy there. Right. There you go, man. These are all mine. That guy always asks for drugs there. That guy, man. I don't know any of these guys. These are all new guys here, right? That guy there. What's up, man? ¿Dónde está? Oh, where's everybody, man?
Todo bien.
Where's everybody? ¿Dónde está? All over?
Working.
Yeah, where? Trabajo?
Hogar.
Yeah, good.
Casa.
Good. You guys got to stay out to make money and pay for your familia, right? That's what you got to do.
DoorDash, Uber.
Yeah. What about the un hombre that had like this? Because I know he got locked up, right? Hey.
Yeah.
Policia no gusto esto.
Yeah.
¿Por qué? I no sé.
No.
You know what I mean?
Me no problem. Me working.
But me, policia no gusto.
Yeah.
Because I always go para film, you know? And they no gusto esto because I say, esto no bueno, corruption, you know what I mean?
Policía no le gusta que grabe.
Me.
Usted.
Me. I got locked up. Tell todos hombres hello from SubX.News. You know me, right? Here, man. That's me, right?
Looks.
SubX.News, all right? Maybe we do one interview, but no, not your face. This is not like this, but like this. You talking? Tu habla para trabajo, you gonna go home to Venezuela or no? Maybe. Maybe, or are you gonna stay in America?
Me back January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
¿Tu familia para aquí or para Venezuela?
Venezuela.
Okay, all right, yeah. I see you. My name is Juan, man. Juan.
Edward,
okay.
Edward.
Tell everybody hello, okay?
Sí.
We'll talk, maybe, remember, we get some pizza or something.
Cuídate.
Maybe we do some pizza here, remember?
Good.
Adios, Edward. So you see, those are the Venezuelans there, right? That's Mondo's man right there. Some are good, they're working. He says he's going back to Venezuela in January. You just heard him, right? Exclusive! SubX.News. We got an interview with a migrant. He says he's going to be heading back, right? Right, there you go, man. These guys know us. I know a few of those guys, right? Some of these are bad guys. Some of them are good guys, right? Some of them are here to have a better life. Some of them were here. You know, some of these guys were exiled by Maduro because these were the coup guys. These guys were fighting Maduro, the communists. So they got to leave or get killed by Maduro. They had that option, and then these are military guys, right? These are the military. They used to fight. They would fight Maduro, the communists. These are like the Sandinistas and what was that in Nicaragua? Remember we had the Contras and the Sandinistas. Remember that time? Well, these are guys who were anti-communists, a lot of these guys. Some of them are criminals, some of them are mentally ill, so they're not all good guys. They were all released. Like Cuba, remember when Cuba released all the criminals? The Mario boat lift? Everybody remembers that story, right? So that's the same thing with these guys. Not all of them are bad guys, right? They came here. Some of them came by airplane from Caracas to Chicago direct. There were direct flights because they worked for the government. They worked for the United States government. So there you go. You always get something new. That's what we call it. Chicago Economy, Crime, and Migrant Update. We started this broadcast talking about the migrants, right? And one of the things that our main basis of our, how you know that we're making a difference is when the liberals attacked us and the MAGA attacked us. One of the main things we started our broadcast was, yeah, there you go. Missy Dore's like, damn, Kugler just had an interview with a Venezuelan. Yeah, we do that, okay? We might go talk to some guys over here on State Street. I don't know yet. They might not like us, but we're gonna see, right? We might interview somebody over here on State Street. I don't know yet. All right, we're gonna see, right? There's a bunch of guys out here, YNs, right? But, you know, they don't want to stay here. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. They don't have winters in Venezuela. They don't eat chemical foods like here, processed foods. They live a better life. They don't live the life that we live here, right? The fast-paced life. And you can say, oh, they're criminals, they're bad. Yeah, they are. There's a lot of them that are criminals. They kill people. They're bad hombres. I'm not saying that they're good. And if they came across the border illegally, they need to be deported. But look, that guy's not illegal because he's working here, right? That means his paperwork is cleared, right? There's some people that paperwork didn't clear. I'm not making an excuse for any of these guys, right? I'm just telling you, there's differences here. So that guy says he's leaving, right? He's cutting out. There you go, right? And Venezuela's better. Did you hear that Trump sent somebody down to Cuba, CIA director or something? He's talking to Cuba to fix Cuba up. You know, we cannot, look, I don't agree with everything Trump does, but Trump is exuding power. And the biggest thing that came out of this week's news, besides a lot of killings here in Chicago, and we just had a bunch of hit and runs, is that even President Xi said in a speech, and I posted it on SubX.News, said, Trump is making America great again. It came out of the Chinese premier's mouth in his own speech that he's creating the conditions that makes our society better, because we're talking about what? Working? We're talking about producing. We're talking about arresting criminals. We're talking about getting rid of fraud. That's what he's talking about, right? You can agree with him or not. I don't like everything Trump does. I don't like him going into wars without authorization. But you know what? President Obama did the same thing, right? He bombed a lot of towns. President Clinton bombed a bunch of places, right? We're going to go down State Street. Oh, no, it's blocked over there. Oh, man, I made a mistake. We're going to go down and around. We'll maybe go on Wells around. Well, we'll see what we do here. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. We're going to go back through that Northwestern graduation there. But the idea here is this. For us, here, first of all, to fix anything, you have to acknowledge you have a problem. So one of the things that we have in our city is we have somebody who creates the problem, right? He's part of Kim Fox released the criminals, right? Kim Fox even testified under oath that she said they released criminals that were guilty. Everybody knows that story that came out of CWB last week. Did you guys read that story? I think I posted it. Kim Fox under oath says they released people who were guilty, that they should not be released, and yet they released them. Double murderers, killers, and all of that stuff. Right? There you go. They usually do hypodermic needles in this place. I did a story 4 years ago almost. Right here, hypodermics. Needles right there shooting up. Right there. So the idea is this. If we want to fix our society, we have to first acknowledge what are the issues, right? That we need to take care of it, right? Youth violence, okay, youth violence. So why is there youth violence? Is there not enough jobs? Is education bad? Is parenting bad? Is church, whatever it is. Right? You can't just say lock up a bunch of people. That don't work. We tried that in the war on drugs. That does not work. So you have to first identify what the problem was. YNs, all these young people causing trouble. Okay, so why are they causing trouble? Are they working? Do they have character development issues where they don't understand the value systems of not stealing and crime and harming people? You see what I mean? That's the things that we have to just start discussing. And that's what SubX does, right? That's why we do this every day, right? Because you can see every day what's going on. All right, so we're back into this traffic jam. I shouldn't have been there. All right, you know what? We're going to go straight and cut through the alley. I'll show you guys what we're doing. Can I go straight and cut through the alley? Yes, that's what we're going to do. I'll show you this. Oh, no, I can't go in there. If I go straight, I can cut through the alley, right? These guys are all over the place, these livery drivers, right? So that's the first thing. We have to acknowledge that there's a problem, right? And we have to start thinking about, okay, so young people are violent and are criminal. Okay, fine. If they're very violent and they're very criminal, they need to be locked up or in a mental institute. One or two, there's no issue on that one. But then you start going down the list of, okay, how do we fix this, right? Because you can't lock everybody up. Then you got to figure out, where is the problem coming from, right? Is it coming from the family? Is it coming from the church? Is it coming from the school? Is it coming from their eating bad food? Is it coming from being a crack baby? What is it? Everything has a nexus, it's called, and that's what we need to do, right? And that's what we try to get to on SubX.News, right? You might not think of it, it might not look like it, but that's what we do, right? I'm a lifelong Chicagoan. I've been here all my life. I've raised all my kids here. I love my city. I want to stay in this city. All right, we're gonna go. Man, there's a lot of wild stuff going on here, man. There's a lot of wild stuff. See, and look, here's the thing. So we have a big traffic jam, right? There's a lot of people here, right? So what's the problem here? It isn't that there's a lot of people and there's a traffic jam. That's not the problem. That's the symptom. What is the nexus of the problem? What's the nexus of the problem? Look at this, right? There's no police here. There's no traffic control. It's a failed system. They knew there was a graduation coming here. They knew that there's construction over here. They know it's a Friday. They know it's hot. There is no what? Police. There is no OMC. There is nobody here directing traffic. And now look at this. Do you see this here? There's no one in downtown. There's no one here anyways, right? See that there? There's no one here. It's a failed system. It's a failed system. This is what you're watching, right? You're watching it unfold in front of your eyes. The failure. Look, there's no cars here. Didn't you see that? It's a graduation. Everybody should graduate, but look, there's no cars here, right? Got that? That's what you're watching. You're watching a failed system. Failed leadership, failed system that makes excuses, that doesn't what? Have accountability, right? That's what you're watching, right? You're not watching anything else. The homeless are back in Streeterville and the Mondos are back. About 4:15 p.m. May 15, 2026. That's what you're watching. You're watching a failed system. You see that? There's no traffic here. Look, there is no traffic. But what do you got? You got a double-decker wide. They got a double-wide bus fooling around here with it. Look, that bus is empty. That double-wide bus is empty. You want to see this? I'm not lying to you. Look, it's empty. There ain't nobody in that bus. What is there, 20, 30 people in that bus? A double-wide bus? Why you got that running around here? Don't make no sense, does it? Look, there's no one here. This should be the packed section of downtown right here. But it's not. This is, look, you want me to go up here? I'll go all the way up here and let's go up here. Look, there's no one here. This is Michigan Avenue. Didn't you see that? There's no one here. There's no cars here. It's what I said, it's manufactured chaos. Why? Because of what? Incompetence and failure. It's a failure of the city government. Mayor Brandon is a failure. He failed as a teacher. He failed at the teachers union, right? And now he's the mayor. And you gotta start thinking about, wait, if he was the failure, how did he get that far? Well, that's how you get people that are failures, right? You push them ahead. Remember, we videotaped this grate over there. They fixed it over there. You want to see it? Let's see if I can back up without getting in trouble. Don't you look up our video here, Stetson, right? We're on Stetson right now. Don't you remember the video I did? You want me to show you what SubX does? Don't you remember the videos we made? Look it up. Look up our videos here. See that here? Look. That's what SubX does. We fixed this. We made a video about this. Remember there was a hole? You could see all the way in the bottom? We did that. We fixed this, right? That's what we did. Let me videotape this, right? SubX.News. This is what we do. We made a video of this hole here where you could see into the bottom of Lower Stetson. This is we're on Upper Stetson here. You see that there? We fixed this. This is SubX.News did that. You look it up. We showed you this was dangerous and it was falling in, and now it's fixed. There you go, right? SubX.News. This is the kind of reporting we do, right? We get things done. There you go. That's what we do. That's why they don't like us, because we show the issues, right? We're in Upper Stetson here. We did a video report on this failing infrastructure where there was a hole all the way to the bottom. And it was very dangerous, and it's fixed now. That's because of our reporting. 4:30 p.m., May 15th, 2026. They're fixing all the roads, right? Because he wants to get elected. So again, we need to identify the issue. Young kids doing crime is not an issue. That might be a little bit, that might be a condition, but that's not the issue. You kind of get it. It might be, you can call it that. But there's older people doing crime, there's rich people doing crime, there's white people doing crime, there's black people doing crime, there's Asians doing crime, there's all kinds of crime. So the idea that we gotta get to is, why is certain groups or certain people doing certain things, and then fix it. Here's the issue. Why didn't the city fix that hole before we reported on it? Why are we having to make reports, right? And then only then does the city fix it, right? It's a failed leadership in the city of Chicago. They only react so they look good on the news. They don't do anything proactively to fix anything, as you see. A little past 4 p.m. May 15, 2026. Ready to go? Eduardo, right? Yeah, I got all those Venezuelans got my card. They got that. I know those guys. We used to have pizza parties out there. I had pizza parties with the Venezuelans. They had kids out there. They know me. I ain't afraid of those guys. Hey, look, I'm 58. If somebody does something to me, that's about it. I've lived my life. I've raised my children. I've done the things I want to do. Threatening to kill me, don't. Threatening to kill me, don't scare me. I don't know if that's a good way to talk like that. I know you got. I'm not trying to be weird right here, but that don't scare me. I've lived my life. I probably shouldn't be this old. According to a lot of the things that I've done when I was younger. I'm pretty sure there's some viewers out there there's some viewers that don't understand that. But there might be some viewers that understand what I just said. I shouldn't have probably made it this far, depending on the thing. There you go, you got a plywood special right there, man. Don't you see the plywood special? They can't, it's already the summer season and you got plywood here, right? See that there? We're already into the tourist season here. We're at Michigan and Randolph, right by the Bean, right by where all the tourists come. You see we're all traffic jammed up here. And what do you got? You got plywood special. Why couldn't CTA have fixed that already? That goes to the underground there, where people have been beat up. There was an attempted rape. There was a stabbing down there, everything. And that's what you got. That's what people see when they come to our downtown right now. Plywood special. You could have been repairing that, but you didn't. It's the height of the tourist season, and we have plywood in our downtown. That's what you got. A failed leadership. That's what we have. Failed. Mayor Brandon, look at that. It's all rusty. Look at that steel out there sticking out. You see the steel sticking out? That's dangerous. Look at the steel sticking out of that thing. That steel sticking out of that thing there. That's steel, man. See that there? That's how dangerous is it, huh? There you go. SubX.News on the spot reporting. You guys seen that? Yeah, you know that. Look, and look. I'm 58. I used to be 48, 38, 28, and 18. I used to be 8. And we all been there. And what's the same excuse? It's exactly what Dave said. It's not my job. Well, whose job is it? Whose job is it? Whose job is it, right? Dangerous and ugly. Michigan and Randolph. The height of the tourist season is starting by the Bean and Millennium Park, and you got plywood and metal sticking out. And the mayor couldn't fix this. Instead, he's going to Rome. 4:35 p.m., May 15, 2026. Right, that looked ugly. The plywood and the metal sticking out, right? Right. But think about it, Holly. It's the tourism now. Now, look, there's people here. There was a graduation, Northwest, and that's the stuff we should need. If you want to shut down the city for Chase, which I don't like. I don't personally like those things. I personally don't like that. But I get it. We need money. I get it. So if we're going to do that, then why aren't you fixing the stuff and make it look nice? Make it look pretty, man. What, when you have guests over for Thanksgiving, you have a trashed out place? Maybe you keep it trashed out so they don't come by no more. But you kind of get it? You're promoting tourism, but you're not fixing the stuff. It's weird, isn't it? That's what I'm talking about. So here, we see these themes. We see a homeless guy in the alley. We see the Mondos working, right? Then what? Now we just seen some plywood. We see some dysfunction, right? What did we just see? There's no traffic cop. Look, there's no traffic cop out. Why don't you have a traffic cop out here, right? There's no traffic cops out here. There's no one regulating traffic. Where are they? You know why? Here, I'll tell you this why. And if you're a city worker and you take offense to this, good for you. I'm glad I'm offending you, because it's partly your fault. You're going along with the program. The Nuremberg trials adjudicated. Going along is illegal, right? You can't just go along with the program. So this is what I got to say. That's what's happening. The city employees know they have a failed leader. He's a failure. They know he's a loser. They know he's a failure, so they do whatever they want. Now look, you don't see no traffic coordination. You just seen the Northwestern graduation. There was no traffic going north or south or east or west. There was no traffic people. OEMC, none. There's none here. There should be some traffic guidance right now here. Throw somebody in here with a yellow vest guiding traffic. Make it flow smoother. Make it safer. Make it funner. Who cares? But you don't see any. Why? Why? Because they're all at home on Friday. You know what they say? And I'm going to say something nasty right now. They say, fuck that. Fuck that. The mayor's going to Rome, so why the fuck do I need to do extra work? I ain't doing that Friday bullshit in downtown with those tourists and all that crap. Look, there's a Cancinera, right? Look at that beautiful girl there. Look at that. Beautiful. See that Cancinera there? That's beautiful there. She's got a beautiful dress there. Look at that. You want to see? Look at that. That's cool stuff there, man. See that there? Look. That's real cool there. See that there? She's got a great dress on and all that. That's cool. Look at that. See that there? The family's celebrating their daughter. That's cool stuff. We need to do more of that stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. We have a failed system. And when you do that, you look at the top. Again, remember what Xi Jinping said, the ping guy. I don't believe in that. We need to get rid of. All right, there you go. No traffic control. See that there? No traffic control, man. What is this? What you doing, man? You need to get out of the road. Come on, get out of the road. You need to get out of the road, lady. You're in the middle of the road. You're in the middle of the road. You're in the middle of the road, man. Do you see what I'm talking about? There should, every one of these corners. Look, if you want to be a welcoming city, and we're doing this tourist economy now, right? It's called a event economy. Then put the damn traffic cops out here. Put some tchotchkes out here. I don't give a damn. Who cares? Do something. Do something. So what? You make people feel welcome. You say thank you for coming to Chicago. We're gonna make the traffic go smooth. We're gonna make sure that we're gonna go see some drug dealers right now. You'll see there's drug. Look at this guy, man. Dude. That maniac in a Tesla. You see the maniac? That damn maniac from Minnesota. He had Minnesota plates from Minnesota maniac with a Tesla. There you go. But the point I'm trying to make here is, if you want to sell our city, then look at that. Look, you got empty storefronts. See that there? That's empty. That's the Route 66 start right there. That's where Route 66 starts. Right? Look at that. There's no one walking here. Don't you see that? There's no one here. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, Mark, I love you. I love you, Mark. But you know what? Get fucked, bitch. Get fucked, mother. There you go. Yeah, I told you. I don't understand why show. It's my show. It's my page. Yeah, I got a call today from somebody. They want me to stop what I'm doing. They want me to stop it. We're gonna see. Should I take some money? How much would you take? How much would somebody take? And now it'd be called a sellout, right? There's somebody else graduated there, right? What would I be a sellout if I took 10 grand a month not to do my reporting? Absolutely, I'd be a sellout. But 10 grand a month is good money now, right? What do you say, Dave? What do you say? If I took 10 grand a month and stopped doing this, would I be a sellout? Absolutely, I'd be a sellout. The idea is this. I love my city, and I want my city to be much better than it is. Right? I don't want gangs, drugs, and whatever riffraff and whatever whatnot going on, disturbing people that are not part of that. That's the point. I don't care what you do. If you want to be a gangbanger, you want to be riffraff, you want to be lollygagging, I don't care what you're doing, right? Do whatever you want to do. This is a free country. It's a free country. It's a free country. But don't do it to people who are innocent. Don't do it to people in public. I can handle myself. You know? Threatening people, turning people into gangbangers to go get them because you're doing gangbanging and drug dealing in public, and you get mad and you're gonna go attack people. Yeah, I don't know about that. You're kind of a criminal there, right? So the idea is this: we as Chicagoans, and you as from Houston or Dallas or from Minneapolis or from New York or from Kansas City or from LA or from Portland or wherever you're from, you can do this too. You can do this. And you don't have to drive around, and you don't have to film drug dealing or crimes or deal with the cops, because you might not want to have that high level of intensity, right? But you can do this, where you grow together with other people and you start talking about what's the issues. And then the second part of it is this is the more important about what needs to be done, right? Like that did you see that Upper Stetson thing? We want it fixed. Guess what? They fixed it. We made a video of something and they fixed it. That's the point. I don't care how it gets fixed or when it gets fixed. You fix it. That's the point. What's up, my brother? Did you eat dinner yet?
What's going on?
Did you eat dinner yet?
No, I had nothing.
I might stop by, all right? So that's the idea. How do we fix it? How do we work together? You know, I got a Mondo on my video earlier today. You just seen a homeless guy in the alley. You just seen a homeless guy here. That homeless guy lives on Ida B. Wells by the Robert Morris over there, right? That's where he lives. Yeah, you need to talk to the drug dealers. You need to talk to the gangbangers. That don't mean you need to make deals with them. That don't mean you need to be buddies and chums with them. I ain't saying that. But if you don't have an idea of what's going on and how you're going to fix it, right? You can't fix it, right? They were all out here, these kids, earlier today, and I don't see them now, right? Maybe we go get the White Castles, right? What do you say? Yeah, we'll go get a pack of White Castles. How about that? Let's go to the White Castles down here on State, and we're going to give out a few of them, right? That's what we'll do. What's up, my brother? Man, it's horrible over there up by Lake Street. I'm doing my live feed. I'm like, man, where's all the people that do traffic and stuff? Hire some dude just to do traffic. You know what I mean? And they're at home already, right? Yeah, that's it. Do some twirling, do some fun shit, right? SubX.News, by the way, man. Okay. Alrighty, man. Where's all the YNs? They're all hiding? Good. See you, my brother. There you go. That was a bus driver there. You can't be scared, right? And if you're scared of your own city, then what are you, man? It's like those cops on those videos I posted the other day. If you're scared of being a cop, then you shouldn't be a cop. If you're scared of the kids, you shouldn't be a teacher. You kind of get where I'm going with this one? If you're not helping homeless people, you shouldn't be in the homeless industry, right? If you're not giving a homeless person a house, and you're giving them a tent, you shouldn't be doing that work. Yeah, that's just my philosophy. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna go get some cheeseburgers and stuff for these guys and hand some out, all right? I'm gonna go to this original. I'm gonna go to the original White Castles here, and we'll get a 20-pack and hand out a few, right? Usually I get the McDonald's, but if I get the last time I got remember the last time the guy gave me the deal, he says a 10-pack is $8.99, right? And here's the problem I've been talking with my wife about, this trafficking. Look, so we have a green light and we want to turn, but there's people in the crosswalk. How dangerous is it? Why don't we have, you know how it is in Japan? I don't know how it is in other countries, but my wife told me about it. She goes, in Japan, there's 3 stops at a stop light. There's north and south, red light, east and west, red light, and then walking red light. Meaning, north and south move, east and west move, and then all the pedestrians move. That's why in Japan you see the crosswalks are crossed through the middle of the street. So there's 3 traffic patterns in what I know in Tokyo, and she told me about it and I've seen it. So you kind of get what I'm saying? Cars move, people move. Not here, like this green light here. If I want to turn, there's people in the intersection. No, don't do that. Make them wait. And then at one time, all the cars don't move, and then the people move. My wife has been talking about that. It's so horrible. That's how you have all these accidents, right? People keep moving, and you shouldn't be doing it. Maybe you guys want to check out the dope spot today, and then we go do the White Castles. Oh, we'll see. That's a lot of talking I just did, right? Maybe I need to get on to the radio calls, right? Listen to some radio calls, see if we missed something. If I missed something, send me a message, right? There might be crime going on all over. Well, I have my live radio. I should turn that on, right?
Frequency 302, you need another one for O'Hare. You need another event.
Want to see what these guys are doing? Then we'll get some White Castles and drop them.
3050 Davidson.
How about that? Is that good with you guys? We're gonna go see what these guys are doing, right? Maybe they'll jump me today or shoot at me or something. Whatever. Look at that mess here, right? They always have a mess back here.
7100 Southwest, get the $1 male black, false black jacket, and blue jeans is swinging a knife around in the store.
There you go, swinging a knife around inside the store. Where's the mental health services, right? Didn't Brandon Johnson promise mental health services? He spent all those billions of dollars, he didn't get them, right?
And Roosevelt, going westbound.
7383 George. 7383 George.
Can I get an event? Bus ride, 45.
All these cops here, huh? All these sheriffs here, what are they doing, man? Are they working or are they just sheriffing, right? Inside the office, right?
7302.
There we go, right?
7302.
Can I have an event number for O'Hare Blue Line, please?
08606. 08606. Oh, that was a couple at the same time. Try again.
7387, boy.
7387.
May I please have an event number, Blue Line, Jefferson Park?
08616. 08616.
You got some people here and they got some people at the Dunkin' Donuts. You're gonna see them, right? So all they do is move, right? They move from one location to location. What did we say again? It's a failed system, and it's not Chicago, it's not Cook County, it's not Illinois, it's all of them. And it's all the probation officers, all of this stuff, right? See that? Look, there's people here hanging, doing their thing, right? Watch. But where are they at? They're at the Dunkin' Donuts, right? There you go, right? See that there? See that there?
7383 boy, spot can I have event number, please? 793 red line.
08658. 08658.
There you go.
One more time.
There's a guy right there.
086.
There's a guy, though, giving out parking tickets right there. So, look, see the empty parking spaces? There's a guy giving out parking tickets while they're selling drugs right there. That's what you just seen. There's a guy giving out parking tickets while they're selling drugs right next to him. And there's empty parking spaces. There's no functionality to what's happening, right? It's just what the government of Chicago does is self-serving, right? They self-perpetuate, right? They do only the things that help it perpetuate itself. Like the Stetson thing. There's a video of a, what? Damn, that's a hole down to the basement. I'm sure somebody's seen it and said, man, this is dangerous. This is where tourists are. Kugler or SubX.News just put it on there. You need to fix it. And guess what? It got fixed. It got fixed. It got fixed within a week. But why hasn't other things got fixed, right? If they can fix that, they can fix anything.
704.
We're gonna go get some food for these guys, right?
7386 David.
Event number, Chicago red line, please.
08716. 08716. Is that 7383 Adam? 08723. 08723. 08733.
7386 Adam.
7386 Adam.
Look for red line and Roosevelt, please.
08741. 08741.
We're gonna go pick up some White Castles here. That's what we're doing.
7383 Frank.
Event number for Roosevelt, St. Louis, bus 8285.
I love you, Alexis. Where have you been? That's the perfect thing. What was it? Bread and wine and roses, or bread and roses, right? Or circuses and roses, right? While the decline happened, right? I love that. I love you. Thank you. See, that's what we got to do. We have to talk about these things that we're going in front of us, right? And you know what the thing is? Hopefully we don't end up all the way on the bottom, but we get out of it. I think of this I'm thinking of the time we're in now in Chicago. I hope it's like the Chicago fire, where it was wiped out and we rebuilt and we were then the best, right? We were the best. And now we're getting wiped out again, and hopefully we can be the best again. But I think it's going to be past our time, right? When we get back to being the best, I think I don't think most of the people that are watching this broadcast today are going to be around. I think that's going to be 20 to 30 years from now. I hope to live that long. I'm 58. I hope to live to be 100. I hope I get to that place. We'll see. I've lived my life. I'm happy to do what I'm doing. I have a great family, right? I got great kids. I'm doing some cool stuff, right? I'm making change. If I even fix one pothole, then that's good for me. All right, we're gonna get what? We're gonna get this thing, right?
Welcome to our testimony review. The Lord's out.
No, I'm not.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Hey, do you got that deal on the 10-pack for $8.99 or $8.69?
For $8.99, yeah.
All right, so can I get a 10-pack of regular and a 10-pack of cheeseburgers?
Okay, well, that could be your order.
What do you got? You got Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Why don't you give me a medium Dr. Pepper then?
Okay.
And then what do you got? Onion rings here, right? Yeah, I like your onion rings. Give me one. Give me a small one. I'm on a diet. Don't tell my wife I got them, all right?
Okay.
Because I'll get in trouble. She won't like me no more.
Okay.
Appreciate you. Can I come around?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Sienas. Billy Goy Taverny passed away today. That's a sad story. That's not a sad story. I think he lived a great life. It's sad that I heard that. Well, he has plenty of kids. Hopefully they keep the business alive and they keep being in Chicago, right? It's if you haven't been to the original Billy Goyle down there underneath the city there, you need to go. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people going there. That is the mecca of everything that we can think of. And you're giving me goosebumps just thinking about this, Alexis. Because when I heard that he passed away, I'm like, man, I've been down there a lot. If you haven't been down to the original Billy Goyle, you need to go there. And if you go there, you're going to understand what Chicago is, what it was, and what it can be. If you've never been to the original Billy Goyle, the one down underneath, right? There. I think, what is that? That's underneath Kinsey there. You need to go. And you're going to understand what our city is, where it came from. That man was an immigrant, right? He sold, what, hamburgers. That's all he did. And now he can provide for his whole family for generations because of what he did. He did some crazy stuff, that man. Right? Right, Alexis? He did some crazy stuff. Why? He did it for his family. He did it because he loves this city. He did it because he loved this country. That's a pure immigrant story, right? You just heard Eduardo, right? The Venezuelan goes, man, I'm going back home. Why? Because it's better, right? No, they said somebody's paying for it. But it'd be interesting to see if he's taking CPD with him, right? Right? And what do you need to take? Right? Do you need to take a police detail with you overseas, right? Somebody just posted a heroin trafficking on the west side. Yeah, it's bad. So yeah, it's yeah, cheeseburger. You have to go there. I love that place. I anyone who comes from overseas, if they're visiting me, I take them there. That you need to go there. You know what I mean? Let's do some radio calls. Well, 503. Let's listen to the news, right? And let's see what's going on the news while we're getting some cheeseburgers here, right?
National and religious bias. The indictment of the former Albany Park man claims he shouted "Free Palestine" during the shooting and later said he did it for Gaza. Rodriguez has pleaded not guilty. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 105.9 WBBM. Visitation this weekend for a teenager who was the first girl to make her high school's baseball team.
Madeline Cookie Cerny made the Schaumburg High School baseball team this year as a freshman.
She had played on many previously all-boys teams before making history at her high school. But Cookie Cerny died earlier this week after suffering an aneurysm last Friday. Her dad and coaches told Channel 5 that Cookie was driven and loved baseball. Her dad said she led by example and pushed the boys to be better. During Schaumburg's game yesterday, Cookie was honored by her team wearing her number 2 on their hats and shirts. Visitation for the 14-year-old will be Sunday in Bartlett. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The governor reportedly returned to the hospital this week as he recovers from what's being called a routine procedure.
J.B. Pritzker was away from the public for almost 2 weeks, starting May 1st after having what his office called an outpatient urological procedure. His first public appearance after that was back on Wednesday, when he told reporters covering a DNC event on the Mag Mile that he felt good, but he didn't share many other details.
You guys got plenty of information, I think, yeah.
But a spokesperson for the governor now confirms that just a few hours after that appearance, he was at a Springfield hospital to address what's being called a minor complication from the earlier procedure. Doctors sent him home that evening, and he resumed his normal schedule the next day. Governor Pritzker is 61 years old, and there's been a lot of discussion around his health as he seeks a third term and contemplates a possible run for president. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9. WBDM.
The process of finding affordable housing in Chicago could get a lot easier under a new proposal. A city council committee signed off on the 2-stage plan from Northside Alderman Maria Haddon. She says it's designed to consolidate and improve resources for a lot of people in the market for affordable homes.
Their building's been purchased, somebody's rehabbing, they have to leave. Their living situations change. They're aging in place. They need a place that's accessible.
Yeah, you understand what I'm talking about, Alexis. If you want to understand what Chicago is, what Chicago was, and what Chicago can be, go to the Billy Goat Tavern, the one down there, the original one. You will see who we are. You get it. I get it. I don't think people get that. Even these YNs. Go get a cheeseburger, YN. Take a YN down there. Get one of these young kids with a Kia mask on. Hopefully he don't rob people. Don't leave his gun at home. They come down and say, here, this is what you can be. You can be somebody that everyone will know about. What'd you just say? Cheeseburger, cheeseburger. They invented words about him, right? That's the point. He will live forever. He will never die. His body passed away, but his ideals, his mind, his legacy will live forever. It will never die. Never. Right? Oh, that's just some radio calls, right? And then we're gonna go back, give out some of these burgers here, right? Maybe we'll see Tommy. Oh, hey, can you give me a favor? It's extra napkins and some extra bags. I'm gonna give them out, all right? The 2 packs, yeah. Yeah, because I'm going to give out the burgers to the people down in the city, all right? Thank you, I appreciate you, all right? We'll go back to 4:30 maybe. We'll see what's going on with the crime. Huh? Yeah, because I'm going to give them to people, right? I'm going to give them out, right? Thank you.
388 Charlie.
Thank you very much. All right, look at that, Dr. Pepper. There we go.
0876 0870.
7383 George.
7383 George.
I get an event for bus ride 37 and a half.
0879 0870.
That's one, right? Well, there's 20 in there? All right. Hey, you know that across the street is the original White Castle, the first one in Chicago, right? Oh, be careful. She just got to be there. Take it easy, okay? See ya. Let's get out of here, right?
All right. That's something to say. 7357.
Listen to some radio calls, right? And go hand out some hamburgers.
Sure, that's going to be 06178. 06178. You're welcome.
7397.
7397.
Hey, you can show me in a stop with 97 David again.
10-4, we have you over there. The green line at Clark and Lake. Just for information, they're getting a threatening suicide at the red line at Thorndale. Male, white, black t-shirt, gray sweats, is ranting and yelling, threatening to hang himself.
Why would
you? Details to follow. Alrighty, and for units at the red line at 95th, although it's actually on a bus, 14 West 95th, just for information, bus 8539.
There's a whole bunch of cops out here.
By male, black, 5'11", gray shirt, and black hat. Possibly threatening the bus driver.
What's the bus number again?
8539. 2388 boy. 7388 boy. You have a CCA check blue line medical district, please. 08857. 08857.
Units 11 and citywide, we have a person with a gun, 708 North Brisbane Avenue, 708 North Brisbane Avenue. It's on the first floor, hallway. Ada White is calling. Has pictures, says 2 or 3 boys she called out about yesterday, ages 16 and 18, are throwing bricks to the house again, and she doesn't want to have to shoot them. Asked if she has a weapon, she says she doesn't want to have to go yet, but if she will shoot them. Nothing further. Zone 10, District 11, clear. 4717.
4717.
We're gonna do a U-turn here.
Fill me down to Saxton, please.
10-4 will add you on. Again, if you need it, 06178. 06178.
7383 boy.
7383 boy.
Can I have the VIN number, please, for disturbance at the 79th Street red line? It'll be a 5 call.
Alright, 08902. 08902.
7388.
7388.
Clark, can you give me a platform check? Dan and the blue line.
Sure, 08909. 08909.
There's a tight alley here.
7388.
You're gonna see there's something going on here with the cops.
Can you show us some tree lines for the blue line?
Oh, that was a tight turn there, huh?
08936. 08936.
There's all kinds of stuff happening in this station.
4712.
Hold me down at the Saxon, please.
Got a bunch of cops here, right?
06178. 06178.
7386 David.
7386 David.
That number, Chicago red line.
08973. 08973.
Adam.
7383 Adam.
Put a disturbance on the bus.
Oh. For the assault in progress? You're talking about that? 08836. Yeah, 08836.
Say 08836.
Correct, 08836.
What do you need David for?
49 David Ford.
Yes, I think you have a detail to this back of Can you give me for a second so I can log on?
Yeah, go ahead.
388 Charlie.
7388 Charlie.
Number for Howard Road line, please.
09007. 09007.
7383 Adam. You can make that a 19 call.
733 Adam 10-4.
7397 David.
7387 David.
7397 David.
Sorry about that. Nice to meet you.
3 stops, parking Lake Green.
Alrighty, a new one. Alrighty.
We're heading back into the loop now.
09035. 09035.
We're gonna hand out some cheeseburgers and hamburgers.
The number for Blue Line, train line, southbound.
Oh, that was horrible. This road to the medical district?
All the way around.
That's close enough. 09050. 09050. Lincoln unit coming in?
6246 Lincoln.
6246 Lincoln.
Hey, squad, can I order a money sniff?
Well, you're not on anything. So whose job is that related to?
1000 Adam.
Let's see. From the vehicle search in the district?
Well, we're at Homan Square.
Yeah, okay.
7.
Sit tight. We'll get back to you. Alrighty, and what's the monetary amount?
18K.
Ooh, 18,000. Drug sniff.
I got a K9.
That's good money there. Somebody made a somebody.
Going over Homan Square.
Somebody was selling a lot of drugs there for 18K.
Yeah, they need a money sniff over at Homan Square.
Alright, take it to that number, I got you.
09066. 09066. Alright, for the instance, 22 on the city wire, get a call of a person with a gun. Occident Street in Morgan, 105 in Morgan. Anonymous says there's a group of 7 male blacks, all wearing all black with guns, running by Robinson Park. We got nothing further.
Some YNs there, man.
Sanitation split.
There you go, man.
Alright, 7302, you need another
Why am to the summer programs? Oh, man, no summer programs, eh? Funny, right? Ain't got no summer programs going on.
7302.
Yeah, 7302. If you need your fresh event, it is 09086. 09086.
7387.
7387.
Ma'am, can I trouble you for 2 event numbers for a trip mission? First one's going to be at Urban Park, and the second one's going to be at Montrose. Adam and Boyd will join me here.
Alright, what was the first one?
Urban Park in the blue line.
Alright, 09105, 09105, and 09106. 09106.
Alright, thank you. 7387 Adam.
Oh, 7387.
Get an event number for the train ride, the blue line inbound towards the city, car number 7142 from Urban Park.
Nope. 09111. 09111. We're getting a criminal damage call, green line at Cermak. CTA employs a 3 male youth, shattered 2 windows in the station with rocks. So the offenders are still on scene, but no description.
That was where we were just at.
12 East Cermak, green line at Cermak.
That's where we were just at. I showed you that, didn't I? That was the busted window.
7383 Frank.
7383 Frank.
That was where you were just at.
Roosevelt and San Luis, 1197 for the bus.
That call came in at 4:56, so you've seen it, right? We were on scene for that. Let me get that call here and then match it to the video, right?
We're getting a criminal damage call, green line at
That was where we were just at. It was Green Line Cermak.
Shattered 2 windows in the station with
where all the cops were, right?
offenders are still on scene, but no description. Where was
SubX.News.
12 East Cermak, green line at Cermak.
7383 Frank.
7383 Frank.
Event number 4 Roosevelt and San Luis, 1197 for the bus.
09131. 09131.
7383 David.
732 David.
I get an event number in the line.
09134. 09134. 7388 Boyd. 7388 Boyd. Do we have a check blue line slash C3? 09140. 09140. Anyone over there? Green line at Cermak?
For the instance, to a city where I have a person with a gun, 4301 South Greenwood, 4301 South Greenwood. Anonymous caller states a group of teens, mostly male, some female, walking up and down the alley, sitting on stairs. Caller says they have a weapon, not sure what kind, believes some have guns, but believe there may have been shots fired in the location within the day.
A lot of young people doing all kinds of young people things, man. Right?
7383.
I'm thinking I'm gonna separate these burgers first because I might give these guys the whole box.
091.
I'm gonna go see a couple more guys down the road. Let me just take a few out of here, right?
But I'm gonna be at 70. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be at Pulaski and the Blue Line. Can you give me a trip mission at this location? I'm gonna be here with 7388 boy.
Because once this goes, then it goes quick, right?
7383 franc.
I'll separate it now before I give it to you, because there's a lot of guys over here, right?
Timber 8841. Have another please.
09197. 09197. All my units in Station City, we're getting a person with a gun, 8500 South Ashland. Male with a gun in one hand and a crowbar in the other hand, dragging people swinging a crowbar around, ball head, male back, black coat, black shirt, blue jeans. Not the first of district street zone.
7386 David.
7386.
Event number, Chicago Red Line.
09.
I've done this before. I used to do homeless outreach many years ago.
7388.
Before the NGOs were doing it.
09.
And I did it for volunteer, right? You never charge for NGO stuff. Those NGOs are making money off of that stuff. They need to be investigated.
09248. 09248.
All those NGOs need to be investigated.
7383 George.
Let's go see what I can do, George.
Getting the VIN number on a bus ride on 57th and Ashland.
09256. 09256.
There's how many in there? There's 4. We got 9 in here, so they can give these out to a few people right here. And I'm gonna go around and get out a few more to some other people.
Number Clark Lake.
And let's go.
09262. 09262.
7386 Adam.
7386 Adam.
All units stand by for the all-call. Current console time is 1706 hours. All-call message. Wanted for leaving the scene of a fatal hit-and-run traffic crash reported under JK 252479 is a 2000.
Shots fired at 5600 South Campbell, 5600 Campbell. Caller heard several shots in the area. Other further zone 6.
12 May 2026 at 2311 hours. This vehicle.
There's about 9 of them in there, right? No, thank you, my brother. I still owe you an interview. We're going to tell your life story. If you make money, 50-50. All right? Good seeing you, my brother. What else do you need? Because I got tons of stuff, and I can, I'm live feeding. What do you need? Anything or not? Just once in a while, stop by, some food, say hello, right?
Yeah, every now and then some chicken, stuff like that.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a chicken something one. Maybe next week we'll get maybe I'll get the JJ's like I did that one time.
Yeah, JJ's fine.
Get a pan of it. That way we can all share. Do it like a communal dinner, okay?
That'll do.
Good seeing you, man. But you're looking good. You look better than me, man. See you later, my brother. See you later. They're all sleeping there on the floor, right? They're all sleeping there, right? It's a community there, right? They take care of each other, right?
Event number, please. Leave your lunch now. About to do an L train ride from Roosevelt to 35th Street.
Oh man, the YNs are out here, man. I'm gonna go say hello to them. Hopefully they don't throw some shit at me, man. You see that? Watch this, man.
Thank you.
They're out here, man. These guys don't like me, some of these guys. You'll see.
7387 Adam.
I'll see you, man. Let's see, I'll say hello, man.
09314. 09314. 301, Sam.
301, Sam.
Here, man. These guys don't like me, right?
Over there at the green line at Cermak.
Scott, I've been looking. They're trying, the cameras ain't rewinding for me, so I don't have anything. I only do live stuff in that thing.
There you go. Some of these guys don't like me, man.
Alright.
You guys need your own TV show. I see you guys on the internet all the time. SubX.News. No? They just had you guys on earlier today. See you guys, man. I know you. You alright or what? They just stabbed somebody down the street. Down by the Walgreens over there. It's bad. I was over here at that new cop. You know that new guy, the light-skinned guy, Lockett? The sergeant? He locked me up the other day out here. It's like, they ain't doing shit, you know what I mean? See you guys later. SubX.News. That one girl was here when the young girl was killed. There's a young girl, Heather. She was murdered here a bunch of years ago, right? They all know me, those people. It's the same people been coming here for years, man. We're gonna go see if our buddy Tom is around, right? Without the legs. No Lakeshore Drive units today. You just heard that. No Lakeshore Drive units on a Friday. You see that? Why? Because they were probably doing overtime yesterday. No Lakeshore Drive units today. No Lakeshore Drive units today. On a Friday. Got that?
No, that was a different one. In 3611 where? Sorry, no, we can hear.
3611 South Princeton, please.
Tinted windows, driving like a maniac. See that?
7302.
7302.
Squad, can I have an event number for a blue line check at O'Hare, please?
09453. 09453.
A couple of young guys busted out the windows at Green Line Cermak.
31 units in Citywide Battery and progress at 52nd and Lake Park and 52nd. Teams fighting at the McDonald's. District 2, Zone 7 clear. 7388 Charlie. 7388 Charlie. About Howard Red Line, please. 09460. 09460.
52nd and Lake Park, right? At the McDonald's.
That's a number for Roosevelt and Central Park State. Number 09465. 09465.
Fighting at the McDonald's on South Lake Park, I think 52nd.
The number at the 35th red line, please.
A lot of young people out. Ain't got nothing to do.
7397 David. 7397 David. Please stop parking next to 09503. To the board at 18 and citywide criminal trespass in progress. 333 West North
Cops
Avenue.
just went by there. You seen them, right?
There's a disturbance with the male black, the blackberry hoodie. Safety the car was declined and causing cops.
Seen the cop just go by, right?
18 so forth. Frank. 133 Frank. Number 4 Roosevelt.
There you go. Child exploitation right there, right? We don't even know if that's her kid. They rent kids to each other.
423 South Fairfield. Yesenia received a call from her father saying he was threatened with a gun by a male Hispanic neighbor. Caller has no further descriptions on 13 District 9 Station Quick.
They're back again. When ICE was in town, they weren't out. Why? If you're legal, why would you leave? Kind of get it?
It's going to be 09563. 09563.
Because you're illegal, that's why.
4730.
If you're afraid, then you're afraid. If you're not doing anything illegal.
06178 is needed.
I told you there's something with the cops going on. There's something going on at City Hall there, right? Nobody stops. The bus drivers are bad. What's up, bro? Oh, good or bad? See you, brother. There you go. There's something going on at City Hall, right? That was just a dude said. He said John Kugler. I said, yeah. Which way did he go? Left or right up here? The cop.
01920.
You guys seen it or not? Which way did he go? Left or right?
7383 George.
I'm known everywhere. I don't know, dude. I'm like, it's a good reputation or bad? He says, yeah, you're alright.
67th and Ashland.
09616.
Where'd that cop go? Anybody see him? Did he go straight or did he turn? I was talking that I got on the bicycle. There you go, face mask. It's 80 degrees. 80 degrees out, man. They got face masks on, man. Must be fucking cold outside. 80 degrees. The old boy's got a face mask on. That's the way life goes, man. They don't stop them, right? There's a bunch of cops here, I think. There's all kinds of bullshit out there. Yeah, there, right there, man. That's where he came from. This is about right. We're gonna go right over here. How about this? Right. Oh man, they got a bunch of people pull over here, man. SubX.News. This is our guy, Lockett, right here, man. You wanna see? Show you here. We're gonna go like this, right? There's a whole bunch of stuff happening there. Alright.
7388. Did you want red light cut? Fire get division. 09631. 09631.
SubX.News on the spot report. There's some kind of police activity here at City Hall, right? They got somebody pulled over here, right?
09639. 09639.
SubX.News here. We're in front of City Hall at the Daily Plaza. They got somebody pulled over here, right? And they came in hot over here, and that's a sergeant here in charge of this detail or whatever he is. That's Sergeant Lockett. We know this guy personally.
Command number Chicago Airlines.
Alright, anybody on City West person with a gun drug related, 932 North Harding, people drinking, smoking outside, 15 to 20 males, females, male black dress, white tank, black joggers, gun on hip. No further 11 district radios on this. All day, every day. Alright, 736 David, your event is 09647, 09647. 7387.
7386 Adam. Here's the number.
7386 Adam. 09657. 09657.
7383 boy.
7383 boy.
Black County, you've been notified. 783 red light.
09657. 09657.
Squad.
7303
SubX.News here. We're at a car pulled over here in front of City Hall, the Daily Plaza here. And there's a Sergeant Lockett here, part of this pullover here, so it was pretty fast. He was going through traffic with a high speed, so we don't know what's going on here. If this is a felony stop or what is it? That's the same Sergeant Lockett that we know. Alright, it is what it is. We're gonna see what this is about, right?
Boy. What did you say?
09665. 09665.
7388.
7388.
So we had a disturbance on signing car number 7038. You can make it a 19 call. Can I get the event number?
And that would be at what location? Yes, watch your keys.
So now he's getting him out, right?
We have a unit of Citywide 1 with an open radio key.
SubX.News, street stop.
Is that the blue line at Pulaski?
99 plus.
Alright, that is 09684. 09684. Do you want me to 5 call it?
19 call it, yes.
They were searching that. They said they need to switch drivers there.
7383.
They don't have a driver's license or something, right? He told them to get in the back seat or something. So they switched the driver. He told the driver to get into the back seat there.
Yeah, the bed number for a blue line train ride from Urban Park to Montrose. That was train car number 7058.
We'll have to get that call off the radio later on, right? There you go. They let them go. There you go. They came in with their lights blaring. Didn't you see that? There's the sheriffs. Everybody's out here, right? Alright, ready to get out of this place? There you go. SubX.News. That was a street stop there, right? Let's see if we can get this camera back to where it should be, right? Let's see how do we do this here. Oh man. There we go, that's how it goes. And I go like that. And then we go like this. And like that. How about like that? Is that good? Let's take this out for a second. Flip that around like that. That way I can control it a little better. There's somebody screaming in the closet. Yeah, how's that? You good? There we go. And we're gonna got another camera here, right?
383 Frank. That number 458-309 goes on in Springfield.
Ooh, catfish sounds great. Well, how you cooking it? Breaded? Street stop here in front of Daily Plaza. They told the driver to get out of the driver's seat and get in the back seat.
Yeah, we're getting a ticket 9300 South Chicago Skyway, inbound, red and black Chrysler Sebring with the flat.
What how you serving it? Breaded? We gotta put all our gear back, right? There we go. Oh, potato salad. Oh, mom. Potato salad, catfish. You're talking a great dinner there. That's a great dinner. All right, ready to get out of here? We got a couple of these hamburgers to hand out here. A few left, right? Oh, we're caught up on the radio calls, so we're even. We're at live now.
Frequency mode.
Unit 24 City Wide and South Progress 7515 Northville. Carlos says his pregnant wife Gabby is being threatened by neighborhood teens. No further. This is 24 South.
Alright, what are we going? We gotta go backwards, right? Let's see if we can get through this alley here, right? Can we get through here? Yeah, there we go.
Unit 24 City Wide and South Progress 7515 Northville. Carlos says his pregnant wife Gabby is being threatened by neighborhood teens.
Can I squeeze through, my brother? Can I squeeze through? Good seeing you. I haven't seen you in a long time. How you been? Alright, SubX.News. These young kids not bothering you?
Not now. Not now.
Are you? Who's this new? Have you dealt with this new cop that's been in charge of all this? He's a light-skinned guy, man. Lockett. There's a new guy out here. He's from the north side.
Yeah.
You know him? Yeah, you've seen him, right? The light-skinned guy?
They're watching out for me, but I'm not supposed to know him.
All right, I'm going to get out of here. SubX.News. Good seeing you, my brother, okay? Be safe, all right? I like that. Did you hear how he answered? I'm not supposed to know him. Now, that's a great answer. I'm going to use that. I'm going to steal that line. I'm not supposed to know him. That is a good answer. Man, I got to get these brakes fixed, huh? They're squeaking up a storm. Probably just pads, maybe rotors, who knows? It is what it is. If you use the stuff, you gotta fix it, right? Maybe next week I'll get him fixed. I might call my mechanic. He's a good guy, a good friend. He's a mechanic. We've been running our Jeep club for almost 10 years now. And yeah, there you go. Brandon's in town, man. Look at all those cars he's got chasing him, right? There you go, man. Oh man, I'm good, man. Look at it. I'm protecting a schmuck. Right? It's funny, right? How people are, right? Everybody has a choice. Everybody has a choice. Everybody has a choice. So we're caught up on our radio calls. We're going to hand out some burgers over here, see if Tom's around. I'm sure he's having a hard time. The last time I talked to him, he's usually really in a great mood, but that last time I talked to him, he looked like he wasn't too happy. When I come around and I talk to him, he's always cheers up. But yeah, I said something to him and he said something about his legs. I think he's trying to get... You have to watch because... That has negative effects on you, especially living on the street with a handicap. People don't talk about that. There's a lot of guys that are out here that are handicapped living out on the street.
09798, 097.
And then they're hooked on the drugs, right? And then it compounds the problems, right? All right. Already got a couple of cops out here, right?
7386 Charlie.
There's a bunch of people out there.
7386 Charlie.
They're trying to clean up downtown, I'll tell you that. They're trying to clean it. We'll see what's going on over here. If we see anybody here, man. Let's close my windows first, man. Then I open them. I don't know who's out here, man. I don't know who's out here. There's a couple of guys out here. Yeah, there's a few older guys out here, that's for sure. Let's see if Tom's out here.
7387 Adam.
They're washing the other side.
That number for the Monson School message.
See that? He just split up the drugs. Did you see him splitting up the drugs right there? He's splitting up the drugs right there. Did you eat yet, Tom?
098.
Did you eat yet or not? You want some food? You want some food or not? You want some food? You want some? 3 of them each, all right? You got it? You got both of them? Give it to her too, all right? There's 3 in each. Can you give her some? 3 and 3.
Okay, I'll give her time. Look out for her.
Yeah, look her out for her, all right? How you doing, my brother? Okay?
I'm saying, hey, Mark.
Good. Because I know you were laid out here the other day. I was worried about you. Did they tell you I was worried about you? You were laid out.
But I knew it was going to be like 380 Charlie.
Yeah?
They're going to make this decision and let me go, right?
Uh-huh.
They wanted to say, get out. But I'm only there for deep time. What they really want me to do.
What are you trying to get off of? Trying to get off of the weed? Or are you trying to get off the dope? Or are you trying to get off the alcohol? You trying to get off the alcohol or the dope? You on the dope or are you on the alcohol? You on? What are you on? Are you on the brown or the white? You on the brown or are you on the white? Yeah? Yeah, you watch out, brother, man. You know, I'm always worried about you. You want to say hello to everybody? Everybody misses you on the radio. You want to say hello? Say hello, Tom. This is Tom. Come on down here. We're at Garvey Court. See Tom, man. Always see him and say hello to him. He's a good man. He's a good man over here, man. I always worry about you, my brother.
Man, and they got me a key to my partner.
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations. What's up, my brother? I'm just checking in with Tom over here, man.
What's up,
You taking care of him, man?
Yeah, man. This is my uncle, bro.
Yeah, I haven't seen you around here, man. I've been coming around here for 5 years.
I've been cool, bro. I don't gotta be around here. I do work sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't working like 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's good, man. Just watch out. I'm talking to Tom, though,
You
right?
still doing podcast?
Yeah. That's how you know me, man.
We're gonna do. I want to do showbiz.
We were supposed to, me and you were supposed to do something.
Showbiz.
You know why I stopped it? Some motherfucker said he's gonna kill me.
Hey,
and then you know what happened to me? You know what? You know what happened to me last week?
You got gun license?
You know what happened to me?
You got gun license?
No, I don't, man.
Get them.
You know what happened to me last week? They locked me up. The cops locked me up.
I just got out last month.
That's some bullshit over there, man. That's the last one I got, man.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
3, all right? We're gonna do the show. We're gonna do the show, man.
Man, John, we ain't gonna be friends. We're gonna be brothers, man.
We are brothers. We're always brothers.
Hey,
we're always brothers. I don't know which one though. Do we got the same mom or the same dad?
Man, different mothers. My mother, your mother. Man.
You want to say hello to everybody? Or no, you hide now?
Not yet. I'm high.
Alright, it's alright. Ain't no problem.
I smoke some weed, you know what I'm saying? Did a lot of coke.
We gotta talk about what's going on and figure out how to do some shit, alright?
Hell yeah, bro.
Alright? Good seeing you, my brother. Take care of Tommy, alright? I'm gonna get out of here.
I ain't gonna ask you for no money, man. You know
I ain't got none.
I know.
You know me, I don't care.
See you, hey, when we pop out, I like to hit bars and shit. I promote rape parties. But
that's what we'll do.
When we pop out. Okay.
When we get to be millionaires, my brother.
When we get to be
look, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get rich, and you're gonna hire me, and you're gonna say, "I got that white motherfucker. He's driving me around."
Yeah, you got this black motherfucker that's going.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I touch you with my life, man. Come on, man.
We got you. Take care of Tommy, all right? All right, you guys be good.
All is one.
We always are one. We know why? Under our skin, we're the same, my brother.
Yeah, bro.
See you, fellas. Okay.
You're a Hebrew Israelite. You got a third eye.
All right, see you, Tommy.
No.
You got a good crew over here, man.
Yeah.
You got the crew running over here. I ain't got no more, brother. Sorry. I ain't got no more. Sorry. Sorry about it. All right, Tom. You got this covered over here?
Yeah. It's still buzzing.
I ain't got no more. I ain't got no more. I ain't got no more today. I got a Dr. Pepper, but I've been drinking out of it if you want it. You want it? I've been drinking out of it. It's about halfway. It's about halfway. You want it? There you go, my brother. You know I love you, my brother. You know that, right? You know I think about you. You know that. There you go. It's I see the light up. You crazy. All right, fellas, you guys have a good Friday, okay? Can I get out of here, Tommy?
Yeah.
Be safe, my brother, okay? I love you, okay? I always worry about you, okay? Be safe, everybody.
I ain't give you no papers now.
All right, you're not in the way of the wheelchair, are you? Am I gonna run? I ain't gonna run him over, am I?
Give me your car. Thank you, because I know I got your name on it, right?
Yeah. Am I ain't gonna run him over, am I?
What pop? I ain't got no problem, cool.
He went pick up the pop.
I'm cool. I'm grateful, bro.
Yeah,
This
he's
my
good.
woman.
Yeah, me and him, we're gonna make $1 billion.
Hey, when we start doing showbiz?
Hey.
Do showbiz.
I'm telling you, no one is.
You could be my manager, man.
No one is doing any filming of what's down the streets in Chicago. They trying to kill me now because I'm showing everybody the truth, and no one wants to see the
You're
truth.
scared of me because I kill him, but for the right reason.
Well, then I need to hire you as my security, man.
But you got good background. You should get your license. You want to get a gun license.
You know what happens with the gun? You gotta kill somebody.
You don't have to do nothing.
See, that's why you gotta take care of me, my brother. I almost said the wrong thing on the TV. You know what I mean?
Make sure you got everything.
Hey, what's up? No, I don't smoke no more, bro.
He said we can watch it on.
SubX.News. Just Google me, man. All right, say bye to everybody. I gotta get out of here. Everybody say bye to everybody, man. Take it easy, man. Bye. See you guys. Alrighty. See you, fellas and ladies. Take it easy, Tommy. Good seeing you, my brother.
Hey, I wanna.
What do you want? I'll see you next week when it's not so crowded. All right.
All right.
That's my guys down there, man. They're all down there. They're all high, man. They're getting high. They give them the drugs to stay high down here. I'm telling you, no one's doing their stories. And that's why they tried to kill me, because this is why they want to kill me down here. That's why they sucked that locket on me. Look, a drug dealer's a drug dealer. If he wants to kill me, he'll kill me. Whatever. But this is why they don't want this story told, because it's an industry. It's the homeless industrial industry. They make money out of these people to keep them hooked on drugs, to keep them homeless. It's a whole racket. That's why they don't want me talking to these guys. That's why they try to kill me at the chocolate factory. That's why they were chasing me around yesterday, right? That guy don't care if I'm doing whatever I'm doing. I don't tell those people's faces and their names. It don't mean anything. You kind of get what I'm trying to say? So who would try to stop me? The people that are above the drug dealers. The people that are above the NGOs. That's who. The NGO is a nobody. NGOs are nothing. They're zero. You take their money, they're nothing. They're nothing. They're zeros. The drug dealer ain't nothing, man. He gets drugs. You don't give him drugs, you don't have drugs. Period. That's how life goes. That's how it goes. It's the people above them, right? The people above them, they keep them homeless. They keep them on the drugs. That's the people that don't want me doing this. Why? Because they're making lots of money. And they're not making hundreds of thousands. They're not making millions. They're making billions of dollars on this. Billions. This is bigger than Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley's just the tip of the iceberg. That ain't nothing. Imagine if you can get somebody's check every month. And imagine if you can get somebody's check 10 people. Imagine if you can get 10 people's checks every month. And they're getting $1,000 a month on EBT or SSI or SSD. Imagine if you can do that. You know how much that is? Think about it. If you get 10 people's Social Security checks, Medicare checks, EBT, whatever welfare or assistance these guys are getting, and you hook them on to drugs and you give them cheap drugs. You give them drugs, right? You give these guys drugs, and now they give you their check every month, and you get 10 of those. And if they get $500 to $1,000 each, let's say you get 500 each, that's $5,000 a month directly to you. Now say you do some building scams where you're renting out their apartments, where you're selling their food that they get from the EBT. You're talking somebody might be making $10,000 to $20,000 a month. Now, that's a little bit of money. Now do you think the person above them that knows what this is going on, right? There you go. You're going to see it right here, right? Why is this out here? Well, these guys are blocking the sidewalk. Ain't that illegal? So, what? Think about this. This is the city, right? This is our sidewalks, right? They were doing drugs while I was talking to you, by the way. They were smoking right there while I was talking to you, right? I'm going to do a little narration, all right? It's 5:59 p.m. Why does the city allow this? Why does this is actually a sidewalk here, right? See that there? The sidewalk is blocked, right? See that there? The city allows this. This is a city sanctioned tent city, right? The city allows the blocking of the sidewalks. The city allows drug use here and whatever other things they do out here, right? The city lets this happen, right? That's what this is about. Don't get fooled. Don't get fooled. And now the question is, why would the city allow it? Why? Because there's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of money in making money off of people who are homeless, who are addicted, who have mental illnesses. There's a lot of money to be made. That's why. All right, let's go over here and let's listen to the news, right?
Commissioner Michael Soschuk calls it
an incredibly dynamic and dangerous situation. The truth be told is still ongoing as we speak. And at about 10:05 this morning, the Searsmont Fire Department responded to a reported fire in the area of a silo here at Robbins Lumber.
A judge has declared Harvey Weinstein's rape retrial a mistrial after the jury deadlocked. Jury was weighing in on whether or not Weinstein raped a woman in a New York hotel in 2013. CBS's Thane Rosenbaum breaks it down.
The Manhattan DA's office has some decisions to make. They haven't been able to convince juries that Weinstein is a rapist, except for the first trial, which was overturned because the judge allowed evidence the jury should not have heard. Weinstein has been convicted in Los Angeles, so he has serious jail time awaiting him there. But his New York victims are obviously disappointed.
President Trump is back in the U.S. after spending 2 days in meetings with Chinese President Xi Jinping. According to CBS's Natalie Brand,
the president said he would make a decision soon on a previously approved multi-billion-dollar defensive arms package for Taiwan. Lawmakers have questioned why the president is stalling.
The State Department brought something to Congress. We made a decision on it quickly, and the president's the one that's holding it up.
That's New York Democratic Congressman Gregory Meeks. David Letterman returned to the Ed Sullivan Theater to bid farewell to The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And as CBS's Michael Wallace reports, there were some shenanigans.
You can take a man's show, you can't take a man's voice. So that's the good news of it.
The two men then headed to the roof of the Ed Sullivan Theater.
This brings true joy to my heart. We are up here for the wanton destruction of CBS property.
They then proceeded to throw 3 studio chairs onto a CBS I logo in the street below.
This is CBS News.
Go to the ends of the earth. That's a world away. Reach for the stars.
I take time to think they might go get Brad.
On CBS, Sunday morning.
By texting 64,000, you're going to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Real Success. Messaging data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ourrealsuccess.com.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses and acquiring rental properties right here in Chicago without using your own money? You'll learn to flip houses and secure rental properties in your spare time to get on track towards real wealth building. We're offering a handful of motivated individuals the opportunity to attend our workshop right here in Chicago for free. That's right, we'll give you 2 free tickets when you text FREE to 64,000. Chicago's the perfect market to flip houses and build rental income. Don't miss this opportunity. Come to a complimentary live 2-hour workshop next week right here in Chicago and learn how to start making money flipping homes and building long-term wealth with rental properties. To get 2 free tickets, text FREE to 64,000. Text in the next 10 minutes, and registrants will also receive a free copy of the Funding for Deals Guide. Text FREE to 64,000 for 2 complimentary tickets. Text FREE to 64,000.
The French singer and actor Claudine Longet has died at 84. Here's CBS's Steve Kaysen.
Nothing to lose. Claudine Longet made big headlines in 1976 when she was charged with the fatal shooting of her boyfriend, Olympic skier Spider Savage. Insisting it was an accident, Longet was found guilty of criminally negligent homicide in a trial in Aspen, Colorado that grabbed global attention. She paid a $250 fine and served 2 years probation and 30 days in jail.
It all ended her entertainment career. Auger, who had been previously married to singer Andy Williams years before the shooting, later married her defense attorney, Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Starbucks says it's laying off 300 corporate employees and closing underused offices in Atlanta, Dallas, Chicago, and other cities as part of its ongoing turnaround. No coffeehouse employees are affected. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station, News Radio 105.9 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
The time now is 6:05 on Friday, May 15th, 2026. Good evening. I'm Glenn Marshall, and we're sitting under sunny skies. It's about 75 degrees here in Chicago. Tonight it'll become partly to mostly cloudy with a thunderstorm in spots late tonight, which could be heavy and gusty. We'll see a low near 60 degrees, but tomorrow a shower in a few spots to start the day, then turning out partly sunny and even warmer. We'll see a high of 83 degrees, but tomorrow night we're going to start to see some mostly cloudy skies with a stray thunderstorm mainly west of Chicago. We'll have a low of 62 degrees. Of course, we're going to look at that AccuWeather 5-day forecast at 6:15. But right now, our top local story on News Radio WBBM. Chicago aldermen have advanced a plan that could lead to a Zillow-type website to help people find affordable housing in the city. Now, this story is coming from WBBM political editor Jeff Buckles.
We're creating a tool for the future.
Don Washington from the Chicago Housing Initiative says the proposal would make it easier for people looking for affordable housing in the city.
Right now, the stress is on people who are at the worst moment looking for housing.
The plan from Northside Alderwoman Maria Haddon would put all of the city's publicly supported affordable housing units on the state's existing search portal for now and set up a working group to figure out a permanent solution within 2 years.
What we eventually want to provide is a really user-friendly, multilingual, accessible tool.
Her co-sponsor is Gilbert Villegas from the West Side, who says the portal would be especially valuable for veterans.
We have these big issues, and there isn't a sense of urgency.
He hopes it takes less than 2 years. For the full council. We're at City Hall. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
An Aurora man who sits on a local school board is facing child sexual abuse charges.
55-year-old Michael Herbert is accused of grooming and sexually abusing a teenage boy over several years, allegedly using gifts, money, and a trusted relationship to manipulate the victim. Herbert is a board member at Aurora Christian Schools, now charged with several sex crimes involving minors, including criminal sexual assault and sexual servitude charges. Detectives say they've since uncovered information pointing to other possible victims who've reached out to Aurora Christian Schools for comment. Rachel Pearson, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Right now, an infant baby girl was stabbed to death on Chicago's southwest side. It happened this morning. Police are calling it a domestic incident. Officers were first called to the scene near 59th and Sacramento. This was around 7:20 this morning. The alleged suspect jumped out of a window before being taken into custody. We're still waiting on more details about their possible ties to the victim. Investigators say a knife was recovered at the scene. And the time now is 6:08. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. Sponsored by CD1 Price Cleaners. Here's Trent Erickson.
Watch for a crash. This is on the Eisenhower and the outbound side. It's solid from Route 83 to 355. The crash is taking out a lane for you. It's 35 to get to Manheim. 1 hour and 5 minutes out to I-90. Back ends an hour and 22 minutes from I-90 to downtown. 57 from Manheim. Still pretty thick from Route 390 to 355. That's spots from North Avenue all the way to the Jane Byrne interchange. We've also got some delays headed on the Edens, inbound 30 minutes and 17 on your way back out, not a whole lot. Kennedy's moving at an hour and 7 minute pace in from O'Hare, 48 from the Edens Junction, 28 on your way back out to Montrose, and 46 minutes out to O'Hare. And slow going throughout to Division. Express lanes are closed, they're flipping to the inbound side. On the 190 extension eastbound from Bessie Coleman over to the Tri-States, pretty heavy going. You're on the Stevenson, it's 47 minutes in from the Tri-State, back out's 44 and 52 to 355. It's slow off to Sabo Lakeshore Drive, solid to pass Pulaski with long-term road work in that left lane, slowing you down quite a bit. If you're at 55 north, Route 53 to 355, same delay on the outbound or southbound side. And Ryan, 23 minutes in from 95th, it's heavy from the Stevenson. And outbound side slows to 35th is White Sox traffic as well, 30 minutes to get down to 95th or the split. I-57 is 25 in and 20 back out, 28 on the inbound side of the Bishop Ford. It'll take you about the same on the way back out with long-term work in the left lane from 115th to 159th Street. The South Lakeshore Drive jammed up and wrecked on, stop and go from Roosevelt up to Chicago Avenue. Southbound side's heavy from North Avenue down to Chicago, down through Grant Park and past 57th down to Hayes. In the Metro Traffic Center, from next report at 6:18 on News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Thanks a lot, Trent. And tonight we'll see a thunderstorm in spots late, which can be heavy and gusty. It'll be a low near 60 degrees, though. But tomorrow we'll start today with a shower in spots. Then it'll be a high of 83 degrees. And keep in mind there is a stray thunderstorm mainly west of Chicago for tomorrow night. It'll be a low of 62 degrees. It's currently 75 degrees at O'Hare and Midway, 73 at the lakefront, and right now it is 6:10. Running into an ex at dinner can be awkward. Now a member is suing the Union League Club over how it handled a similar situation.
3 days before a February Union League Club dinner honoring its outgoing president, member Steve Goodwin says someone from the club called him to tell him not to come unless he ditched his date. That's according to the Tribune, which reports Goodwin's guest, Stephanie Capps, and former club president Frank DeVincentis used to date before he got married. Goodwin and Capps declined, so the club suspended him for violating its rules. Now he's suing, arguing the club violated its own bylaws by not giving him a written complaint. Mark Lies, an attorney for the club, says it's not their policy to comment on pending litigation. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
We're a little less than half an hour away from the game one of the Crosstown Classic. It's pitting the Northside Cubs against the Southside Sox. We caught up with fans as they arrived to Rate Field.
Oh, they got people on the highway right there.
The two teams is serious.
I think it is. It's a sports town. And
it's a highway.
We're blue workers out here, and we're blue fighters.
Yeah,
so,
that guy's begging on the highway there. See that?
They might have a better record than us. They might beat us.
See that? That guy's begging on the highway right there.
So at the end of the day,
this is a highway, man.
Wow. We'll have more on the upcoming game and the rest of the day's sports news in a few minutes at 6:16. Sam Sianis, the Greek immigrant who built the Billy Goat Tavern in the Chicago institution, has died at the age of 91. Those who knew him best say he was as much a fixture as the tavern itself, sometimes staying late into the evening taking care of customers. The Hubbard Street landmark drew visitors from across the country, many drawn by its famous Saturday Night Live cheeseburger sketch. Sianis is survived by his wife and 6 children. And Cook County Sheriff says he's seeing results after using a helicopter to track down people driving on expressway shoulders.
Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart says he got tired of seeing who he calls morons flying past him on the shoulder while he's in bumper-to-bumper traffic. And so last summer he added duties to his department's helicopter crew, tracking down shoulder riders.
Since this December, we've had 1,300 people we've given tickets for driving on the shoulder, and it's a really big whack. It's $250 is the average, but it can go up to $1,000.
Sheriff Dart says he's seen body cam video in which motorists try to deny it was them.
They assume that we're just trying to eyeball them from the road, and we can never figure it out. And it's like, it wasn't me. And then we have the ability to send the video footage from the helicopter down to the officer, and they'll pull it up right on their phone and says, wow, this looks remarkably like you.
Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Stay on top of the news. Sign up for WBBM's daily newsletter. Up-to-date information delivered right to your inbox. Click on the Sign Up tab on WBBMNewsRadio.com and sign up today.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like.
It's just radio calls. We'll go back to about 5:30 to see if we missed anything, right? There's a few things here that we might be... Something's going on.
Howard, red line. 09833, 09833. Bananas and 16 in Citywide, person with a knife, Jefferson Park, Blue Line, 4917 North Milwaukee. Male wife with a knife out on passengers, rail car number 3396. The caller got off at Cumberland, the offender was still on the train. Last year wearing a light gray tan baseball hat, tan oversized jacket, light beige pants, black, red, and white Jordans. I have nothing further. 16th District Zone 1 station is clear. 30, 73, 87 boy, you guys copy that? Any units up there, Blue Line at Jefferson Park, you copied for tonight's call.
7387.
Blue Line, Jefferson Park. Somebody pulled out a gun on somebody on the train.
Well, they just simulcast the person with tonight's call, Blue Line at Jefferson Park.
I'm on a transmission with both of my cars over on Montrose right now.
Alrighty. Just so you're aware, it came in Blue Line
Knife.
Jefferson Park. Male white pulled a knife on one of the passengers in rail car 2396. The caller exited at Cumberland, but the defender was still on the train. They're going to stop it at Jefferson Park. Wearing a light gray and tan baseball cap, tan oversized jacket, light beige pants, black, white, and red shorts.
The train inbound or outbound?
It looks like it started at Cumberland and they're stopping it at Jefferson.
Inbound train.
701 Cam.
701 Sam.
So you know there are no trains stopped at Jeff Park right now.
10-4.
Nowhere near.
Third two using 19 citywide, 5104 South Ashland and Fernandez Auto Glass Repair, South Progress. Miss Hansgrove reported dispute with the Auto Glass Repair Shop. Caller said to pay for the vehicle. They refused to give her back her vehicle. Caller plus the state they're becoming aggressive and threatening her. Requested for help on 13-962.
2301 Sam.
2301 Sam.
Train now at Blue Line Jeff Park, and there's an officer talking to somebody.
Alright, 10-4. I'm going to guess probably 1624, 22, or 56. A bunch of them over there.
30-70.
30-70.
Good afternoon. Just letting you know we had a CUI initial site in the 15th district, and I had a 71, 72, 73, and 74.
Alright, that was in 25?
No, it's in 15. And can I...
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah.
There's something going on here at the dope spot.
Well, I would typo. Sorry, you want to full. It's 26135 09946.
Happy to take it.
7386 David.
7386 David.
Event number Chicago Red Line.
09950. 09950.
7388.
7388.
Can you give me a transmission event number for Cicero and Blue Line, and show me what 7388 Adam.
09954. 09954.
4735.
4735.
Mike K9, good evening.
Good evening.
7388 Adam.
7388 Adam.
Can you get an event number for a transmission? Cicero Blue Line.
There's something going on there.
I didn't forget you. Just having a little trouble. Hold, please. Okay, sorry about that. 09975, 09975.
So we're the second time today, huh?
3271. Sorry, can you give me the event number of the traffic stop at Trico down on 500 North Central?
And there's a bunch of dudes out there by the train station too. And there's a bunch of dudes by the Dunkin' Donuts. So they're not doing nothing to stop. Look, they're not doing nothing to stop the original problem, right? Which is this is a drug spot, right? Where they sell drugs. They don't, right? You're gonna see right now, right? Now there's another, right? There's cops right there.
0995,
Right there. There you go.
7386 Adam.
They're here every day, right?
786 Charlie. 786 Charlie, is that you coming in?
7386 Adam.
Thank you, Adam. Go ahead.
Can I get that number for Roosevelt Red Line, please?
There's a bunch of guys right here doing their thing. You see there's guys right there doing their thing. So there's guys there. And then you got a bunch of cops right there, right? Got that? You got that?
Hold on one.
It's all the same characters all the time, right? All messing around, fucking around, not doing nothing, right?
I'm sorry, 37, what can I do for you?
There you
You
go.
log off, I'm trying to log in to another...
Not doing shit, right?
Okay, are you clear from the stop? 3271, disregard that squad. I'll get back to you.
I'll show you guys.
Well, I already logged you off, so sorry, you gotta log on now. If you're still down on your stop, I'll put you back on it when you log on.
There you go, right? You wanna see? It's the same crap every time, right? See that there?
Okay.
There you go, right?
All I got is a 20, try again. And I don't know what's going on. But 3211, do you want to be clear from the assistant citizen, and then you're going to handle the job? Or I don't know. Never mind, I'll take care of it. I'll keep you updated. It's going to help this guy with the tire on the highway. Okay, well, let's be careful out there, okay? No worries. Alright, 3270. Is that what you're telling me? I'm going to modify that. I have a 3 cars tonight on board. I've got 71, 72, and 74.
So we're here.
73. Okay, I'm going to take 73 off.
It's 6:21 p.m. here on the South Loop, Jewel, known drug dealing spot. As you see, there's officers out here. They got their lights on. Don't know if they're scarecrowing or what they're doing here, right? We don't see anybody in custody right now, right?
2527 West Division, 2527 West Division, female calling, places 2 males in the alley. One has a knife in hand, male Hispanic, the male black, wearing a tank top jeans, the other one's wearing a black hoodie. That's the one who has a knife in hand, zone 36. This is 15 asking to white person with a gun, 5654 West Golden Road, 5254 West Golden Road. I'll take the female black with red hair and the insurance side of the blue Hyundai with the gun. With the 4 female blacks, one threw something at her, enough went off, she's on the road, no further information, so flow clear.
This guy's less than 100 feet doing drugs. It's kind of funny. Not really, but it is.
Sure, that is 10200.
7363.
736.
Bedford, for like the best drop off.
You can have 10207.
Sorry, 362.
76.
Sorry, 362, number for Officer Lane, the rest.
You can have 10227.
Thanks. Mr. 83 out.
73.
Get them for lunch, my ankle wood.
You found a spot, it's 10236, 10236. 73 Charlie? Sure, that's 10269, 10269.
For the units of the 10th District of the Citywide, get your personal to guns. 1906 South Harding, that's 19th Street, Harding. This is a sister and child's father who were fighting. He intervened, and the male offender pulled a gun on him. He pulled it from his right jacket pocket. Male black, all black, with a book bag, gun on the front. All the 3 units and 3 units of citywide. Person with a gun, 67 Zephyr Drive, color stage 3 to 4, male black. Drove up to the gas station in a black Honda sedan, pointed guns at male standing on the street. He fled. He saw a weapon and went home. Thunderstone, unknown as Thunderstone 3, Mr. Zone 3. Zone 7. 7286 David. Right there. Hey, that number, Chicago Red Line. Why do they have 301? Why would you leave on my shit right there? Heck, I'm gonna pull my girl.
Alright, you guys ready to get out of here?
I bet you better give me my motherfucking weed.
Can have 10324.
Units at 4 Nova Citywide at 1 second, a shot fired, 76 in Kingston, 76 in Kingston, color 67 shots in the area. That's the first report to the site.
Alright, ready to get out of here, guys? You want to see? I'll show you. I'm sure I'll see you later, brother. Oh, we'll see. I told you they all know me, right?
2720.
It's weird how that one arrested me, but we'll see how it works out, right?
Oh,
Alright, so you're gonna see now, right? So you see the guy sitting there, right? You see all that?
7384 Adam.
You see that guy sitting there, right? He's a Sarge, right? And he had another squad with him. Now watch this. So it's 6/27, Friday, May 15th. Now watch this. See all these cops here? Look. Howard Red Line having problems. See that here? Look at all this. So you got that cop there, these cops here, they're sitting in this van over here. Look at that. See that there?
There's a Howard Red Line car, got a male black intoxicated off the platform. EMS is responding. Howard car.
See, they're all sitting there, right?
Charlie, are you there?
Now watch. Now as you drive, so what do you think you're gonna do? You think you're gonna win this fight? How are you gonna win this fight? You tell me. Whoever's smart on this video, tell me how you're gonna win this fight. So these guys are just sitting there doing their thing right there. You see that there? So what is that, 10, 20 feet away?
4603.
Got that? What is that, 10, 20 feet away, right? How you gonna win that fight? You ain't gonna win that fight. You're gonna lose that fight. You can say what it is, but if the cop's sitting right there, see that there? Watch. See how far that is? That's what, 50 feet? That's less than 50 feet. And then you got the county cops there too, right? You got guys hanging out. You got guys doing all kinds of things here, right? Those two guys right in front of you, they're just sitting there. They ain't doing nothing, right? See those two guys right there? They're just sitting there. They ain't got no groceries. Those two guys don't got groceries right there. They're just sitting there. Got that?
It's like my favorite place in the whole wide world.
What's their old... Then you got another guy sitting over there, right? See how this works out? And then I'll show you over here. And then you got guys sitting over here. So look, what they're doing, I don't care, right? I'm pretty sure I know what they're doing. But then you got guys sitting right there, right? See that? So, how are you gonna win that fight? Then you got guys sitting over there, right? How are you gonna win that fight? You're not gonna win that fight. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. That's what you're gonna do. That's what's gonna happen, right? This is the 6:30 news.
Two Israeli embassy staffers.
This is Rachel Pearson. 3 people are killed after a crash involving a semi in northwest Indiana.
Plus, back from his summit with President Xi, President Trump hasn't said if the U.S. will advance weapons shipment to Tehran. And WBBM Sports, the Cubs and Sox face off in the Crosstown Classic, and the Sky take on the Mercury in Phoenix tonight. AccuWeather's letting us know it's going to be becoming partly to mostly cloudy with a thunderstorm in spots late tonight, which can be heavy and gusty. It's going to be a low near 60 degrees, but tomorrow a shower in a few spots to start the day, then turning out partly sunny and even warmer with a high of 83. But tomorrow night, we're going to see partly to mostly cloudy skies with a stray thunderstorm mainly west of Chicago. It's going to be a low of 62 degrees. The time now is 6:31. Chicago police say charges are pending against a suspect accused of killing an infant on the southwest side this morning. WBBM's Bernie Tafoya reports.
Officials believe the stabbing of an infant girl in the Gage Park neighborhood was an act of domestic violence. It happened shortly before 7:30 in the morning in a home in the 3000 block of West 59th Street. Police say the baby was stabbed in the chest, and afterwards, the suspect jumped from an upper floor window to the ground and was injured. The infant was taken to Comer Children's Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. The suspect was taken into custody after being taken to the University of Chicago Hospital. Police say a knife was recovered. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio, 1059 WBBM.
The Justice Department says it will seek the death penalty against the Chicago man accused of killing 2 Israeli embassy staffers in Washington, D.C.
Federal prosecutors say the death penalty is justified if Elias Rodriguez is convicted of murdering Yaron Lachinsky and Sarah Milgram as they left a Jewish museum in Washington. The former Albany Park man also faces hate crime charges, murdering a foreign official, and terrorism charges that were added earlier this year. In the 4-page filing, prosecutors say Rodriguez was motivated by political, ideological, national, and religious bias when he shot the young couple, allegedly yelling "Free Palestine" as he did it. He has pleaded not guilty. Next Thursday will mark 1 year since the killings. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
3 children were killed in an overnight crash in northwest Indiana.
Indiana State Police allege 31-year-old Renee Foster of Gary fell asleep behind the wheel of a Ford Explorer and slammed into the back of a semi parked on the shoulder of I-65 near Hobart. Officials say several children inside the SUV weren't properly restrained. 3 of them died at the scene, and another child was flown to the University of Chicago with life-threatening injuries. Foster is hospitalized, and troopers say alcohol may have been a factor. Foster is expected to face several counts of felony neglect of a dependent, along with reckless driving and child restraint violations. Rachel Pearson, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Illinois State Police continue to crack down on unsafe driving on Chicago.
Unsafe driving? That dude's doing a wheelie down Roosevelt into the city. Funny. Funny these Democrats pretend they're law and order when they're not. Ridiculous freaks, man. Ridiculous freaks. That kid was just doing a wheelie into downtown, man. That's what you got. Lying freaks, man. What are we gonna do? I don't know. We'll see.
Security cameras that have been installed
hauled along the expressways.
I'm tired of this story. I don't want to listen to this story. It's a fake story. He ain't arresting carjackers or killers. They're giving tickets out. That ain't nothing, man. That ain't nothing.
Can move forward following his 3-day visit to Beijing.
President Trump is facing questions about Taiwan on his way home from China. On Air Force One, the president was asked about the status of a U.S. arms sale to Taiwan.
I'll make a determination over the next fairly short period. You're not necessarily going to go ahead. It was your proposal. Make a determination. I'm going to see. I have to speak to the person that right now, as you know who he is running Taiwan.
Chinese President Xi Jinping told the president differences over Taiwan could put his country and the U.S. on the path toward conflict. Taiwan is a self-ruled island that China claims as its own territory. The president was also asked if he would defend Taiwan if it came to that.
I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say that. There's only one person that knows that. You know who it is? Me.
The Trump administration has authorized the arms sale, but it is yet to move forward. China opposes the deal. Ed Donahue, Washington.
Hey, that was our exit. We're gonna miss the first pitch.
Just gotta make a stop at Mariano's. I promised I'd bring nachos.
Nice. So the sheriff's on TV talking about how he gives tickets to people. I'm gonna play that video one day of the Latin King going the wrong way on the highway. They didn't stop him. They didn't stop. You know who stopped that guy? Cicero unmarked police. Unmarked Cicero police came into Chicago to arrest that guy. The state police didn't stop him. Cook County sheriffs didn't stop him, and not Chicago police didn't stop him. Cicero police stopped a Latin King who was driving erratically inside of Chicago. And then you got Tom Dart talking crap on the internet. That guy's a fool, man. They're all the same. Don't get fooled by... I'm going to tell you this. Quigley, he's one of them. Mendoza, I love her, but she's one of them. They're all part of that. They're all part of this machine. They're not any different. That's why Brandon Johnson might win, because he'll say, I'm not part of that machine. I'm telling you, you watch out. He might have a trick up his sleeve. You'll see. You'll see. You guys not listening to me. You think I'm talking out of my ass. I'm telling you. I know the union. I know how it operates. I used to be there. I helped take over the union with Karen Lewis. I was part of that team. I was part of the team that got Brandon Johnson elected because I got them into office at the union. It started at the union. I didn't help elect Brandon Johnson. I was against that. I was already out of the system. But I was inside when we took over the union, so I know how they operate. I know each one of their steps. I know how they win elections. I know how they lose elections. I know how they make sure they get to the TV. I know all of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to tell you this. 1 year out from next year's election, I don't see anybody as a viable candidate. Unless something bad happens to the guy and gets arrested by the FBI, then maybe, we'll see. But he might use that as a badge of honor.
Packy Web 4. And in Chicago Heights, the Marathon on Lincoln Highway in Ashland is selling gas for $4.79 per gallon. And in Bellwood, the Thorntons on 25th and Van Buren has gas for $4.87 per gallon. If you see a low gas price, please give us a call at 312-409-4277. And at 6:38, traffic and weather together on the 8th. Still dealing with a crash on I-80. Here to explain is Trent Erickson.
I ain't the smartest guy, but I know some things. That's all I got to tell you.
All I got is a 20. Try again.
330.
Hello.
387 Adam.
87 Adam.
Minimum number for the urban park blue line. Yes, 1012 and citywide person with a knife, 2527 West Division, 2527 West Division. Female caller states there's 2 males in the alley. One has a knife in hand, male Hispanic and a male black wearing a tank top jeans. The other one's wearing a black hoodie. That's the one who has a knife in hand. It's a 15 citywide person with a gun, 5654 West Roosevelt, 5654 West Roosevelt. Call states that female black with red hair and pink shirt inside of a blue Hyundai with a gun with 4 female black. One threw something at her. They're now pulling off east on Roosevelt, no further information. Zone 12 clear.
739
384, Charlie.
7363.
7363. You can handle 10207.
7362.
76.
7362, number for Sir Magna Red.
You can have 10227.
Congratulations!
73. 7389 Charlie. 789 Charlie. Even number 47, lower that please. Sure, that's 10269. 10269.
For the units in the 10th District and Citywide, getting a personal to gun. 1906 South Harding, that's 19th Street, Harding. Caller says his sister and child's father were fighting. He intervened and the male offender pulled a gun on him. States he pulled it from his right jacket pocket. Male black, all black, with a book bag. I got nothing further.
All the threes, units in 3, units on the Citywide, person with a gun, 67th and Jeffrey Drive, caller stage 3 to 4, male black, drove up to the gas station in a black Honda sedan, pointed guns at males standing on the street. They fled. He saw a weapon and went home. Offender still on, unknown offender still on scene. Meth offender zone 3 clear. Zone 7 clear.
7286 David.
Red number, Chicago red line.
10301.
78384, David.
848.
His number for 79 on the red line.
We're gonna pull over and clean this windshield off. It's a little dirty, alright? I might see how much the gas is here at the Costco, right?
Units in 4 on the Citywide, I just one ticket, a shot fired, 76 in Kingston, 76 in Kingston, Collier 6, 7 shots in the area, and that's the first 4 tickets tonight. 4 to 21,
We're gonna see if anything's going on at the Alba homes.
47, 23.
4720. Oh, you're close about this. Okay.
7384, Adam.
These are all empty, see that?
784 Adam.
I get a bad number for 95th Street red line.
What side?
South.
That is 10344. 10344. Does everybody have a Howard?
There you go. Chicago doesn't have a housing problem. You see that there? Look at all this CHA housing that's boarded up. It's 6:42 p.m. These are the Alba homes. You see that there? See that there? There you go. Look at that. Looks like they're going to tear them down, ain't they? What is that? UIC tearing those buildings down? Think about that. Those are all CHA homes right here, right? Did you guys see that on the video? All right. Can I show you guys this? These are the Alba homes here, right? They're all boarded up. You want to see? You want to see these all boarded up? These are all boarded up here. All of these are boarded up on this side right here. I'll show you. I'll go on the other side, right? These are the Alba CHA homes. The residents told me UIC is kicking them out over here. Right? That's what's happening over here, right? That's what's happening. I counted once at least 100 units that were empty and abandoned here. All of those, you can see they're boarded up in the middle there. Right. I'll show you here. We're gonna go to a spot here, right? You wanna see, right? I'll show you, right? Watch. See these here? These are all boarded up. These are CHA homes here. We own these homes. These are Chicago-owned housing. And why? And the mayor keeps saying we don't have housing, but there is housing. It's boarded up. You want to see that? Look. You just seen 3 units right there, right? There's another unit. This is CHA housing that's boarded up. There's another unit. That's what? 6, 7, 8, 9? There. On the other side, there's another unit, 10. Just 10 on one block. You want to see? I'll show you. There's another one right out across the street. Again, Alba Homes. There's plenty of housing in Chicago. There's lots of housing in Chicago. Here, I'll show you across there. You see that there? Those all that housing is empty over there, across there on the other side. Those are all boarded up. That whole row is boarded up. That's 10 units boarded up over there. 10. I counted, like I said, about 100 of them out here. That's all boarded up. The next one's boarded up. These are all boarded up. Alba Homes. I'll pull in there. I'll show you. I talked to some of these people out here. They told me what's going on. UIC is kicking them out. This is gentrification here. You want to see? Look. I ain't lying to you. Then what does the mayor say? We have a housing problem, right? Isn't that what he says? Doesn't the mayor say that? You want to see this here? Look. Watch this. You want to see? Look. Is that a housing problem? Look at that. Look at how many of those are. Look. These are all CHA houses. That brick, man. All you do is clean out the drywall and put up new drywall. Ain't no big deal. Look at all those. That's all CHA. The whole row. That whole row is abandoned there. The whole row. You want to see? Look. I'm not lying to you. Why does he keep saying we have a housing problem? That ain't a housing problem. That's CHA. We own this stuff. This is our property. we don't need to do anything. You know, there's no taxes here, right? This is nothing. People don't have to buy. You don't have to buy this housing. This housing is already ours. It's ours. We purchased it. It's through our city. That's our housing. That's housing. That's public housing. All of this stuff. There's some Hispanics living over there. Right there, you see those? That's Hispanics living there. This is mostly African American. Those might be migrants over there. They usually do that before they kick the blacks out. They put migrants in, right? And that's the truth. That's the new gentrification model in the city. They use migrants and immigrants, right, to push out the natives. Everybody knows that one? Do I need to explain that one to you guys? I don't think so. I think I got that kind of a... All right, the viewers of SubX know that one, right? Then we're going to go around a little bit, right? I'll show you. This is projects. This used to be the Alba Homes here. Abla, not Alba. I keep pronouncing it. There you go. I'll show you what it is. Abla, right? It's the Abla Homes right there. This used to be high. There used to be high rises right there. When I grew up, these were all high rises. See that there? That's the Abla home, right? So they got all gentrification over here. See, Abla. These are all projects here, right? See how many did you count? You want to see some more boarded up? I'll show you. It's all boarded up right there. You can see it on the next block. Right there. That whole section I did about a year ago. I did a video out here. I do a video every 6 months or so out here. You want to see that? Look. That whole block is empty. That whole section is empty. That whole section. Right there. That whole section. You want to see? That whole section is empty, dude. We're on Loomis and 13. That whole section is empty. Want to see another section here? We'll keep going. I'll show you. There's a whole apartment building's empty here. There might be 300-400 units out here that are empty. 300 to 400. 300 to 400 housing units. I counted them one day. I don't remember how many it was. There's high rises over here. Mid rises they call them. They're not high rise. They're mid rises. They're 10-story ones. Those are mid rises they call them. I'll show you Hastings and Loomis. You want to see? Right there. Empty on the corner right there. This ain't no joke. The mayor's right. There's one right there. Empty. See that there? It's all over. He said, what are you talking about? Empty housing or why is the housing empty? And why do you keep saying we have a housing shortage? Why do you lie, right? Why does the mayor continue to lie? Well, because he's going to Rome. He's trying to get forgiveness, right? I guess maybe that's it, but he's not the same religion. So how do you get absolution? There you go. You want to see these? Those are boarded up. You see those boarded up on the top? Those are boarded up. They're not occupied. Up there. You see the boarded up there? Boarded up. So we got people selling drugs on the street. We got boarded up housing, CHA housing. We got a mayor that's going to Rome. I don't know why. You see all these houses? Look, there's more right there boarded up. You see that? It's right in front of you. I mean, these are the questions people need to be asking. Why do you continue to lie to say that we have a housing crisis when this guy that drives around in his Jeep that gets arrested by the police while he's videotaping an arrest, right? While he's videotaping an arrest, he gets arrested, showing us drugs and gangs downtown, and then you keep saying there's a housing crisis, but then he drives around and shows us all this empty Chicago housing apartments, right? It's weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Why would somebody say that? Look at that big pothole there, right? Why would you keep saying that stuff, right? Why would you keep lying like that? Right? What's the purpose of the lie, right? I don't know if I can get into this one, right? There's a whole bunch. I showed you that on the other side. There's a whole bunch empty over there. There's some guys doing some shit there. I don't want to get involved. See? Right there. It's empty. These are boarded up empty units on both sides of the street. They're on both sides of the street here. You see both sides of the street, empty units. You see that there? You see the empty units? These are all empty units here. Look, there's one right there. They're all empty. There's one on the corner, right? These are all the corner spots are empty. You see that there? The other side's empty too. And then I'll finish up with this. This is all gentrifying over here. That's why they're kicking the blacks out. That's what this is about. This is straight get rid of the blacks here. This is what this is. This is racism. You say, man, that's strange. But he's a black mayor. Yeah, it is strange, right? How can you be kicking out blacks if you're a black man? Yeah, that's a strange thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's the questions that people should be asking that man, right? And then, to end it, the migrants used to be in that fenced area. They fenced that off. That's CHA land, that fencing. Why would you fence off CHA land? That's kind of weird, isn't it? If you're a welcoming city, why would you fence off land if you're a welcoming city? That's kind of strange. Now, at the end, again, Abla Homes. These are Loomis homes or something. They got these Loomis Commons or whatever, right? There you go. These are all empty too. You see that there? Here, look. See that there? These are, I don't know, a couple of hundred units here. See that there? See that there? This is a housing project. We own this. This is city-owned land, property, right? The city owns this stuff, right? There's a school right there for the projects. That's Medill School right there. You want to see? That's not only that building. So you got that building that's empty. You've seen all those townhomes that are empty. Those were row houses, right? Those were old style row houses. You got these are mid-rises, they call them. See that? That's a 5-story mid-rise right there. That's all empty, boarded up. I think this is a 10-story one. See this one here? Right here. See that there? See that here? I'll show you. You know what? This is all empty. This is CHA land. See that there? Look at that. That's all empty. It's all empty. See that there? There you go. We ain't got a housing problem. We got a failed city leader problem. A guy that lies to us and says things that aren't true. It's right there is a bunch of apartments. SubX.News, 6:53 p.m. May 15, 2026. The Abla Homes. There you go. you go. Maybe it's a hooked up security, Arlette. Chicago doesn't have a housing problem. Chicago has a corruption problem and a lying mayor problem. 6:50 p.m. The Abla Homes projects. Yeah, I got a call today. I tell you that I got a call today that somebody wants me to be quiet about the mayor because they want to win the election. I told you that, right? The guy that helped get Brandon elected. They called me today. They all know who I am. I know all of those guys. Clem Balinoff. That's cool. Yeah, I know all those dudes that are in the background. See that there? Alright, where are we going? 6:55. We gotta find a nice picture and we'll sign off. How about that? That's a lot of apartments. That's about 300 apartments you just seen. 300 families. Again, here's the point, and I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I have to. These are our apartments. We own these apartments. These are Chicago-owned apartments. You don't need nothing to do with these apartments. You just move in. There's no payments. There's no, I mean, maybe the gas and the electric. I don't know how the CHA does the payments, the utilities. You guys, sorry to say you guys. I don't know. I never lived in a CHA. Does anybody here know how CHA does the utilities? I don't know. I don't know. You guys, anybody that's listening that does CHA or has lived in CHA, did you pay for your own utilities or what? You didn't pay rent. Did you pay rent? I don't know how that is. I don't know what CHA is. My thing is that the city owns the apartments. You don't have to pay if you're poor. That's what we set it up for people that can't pay, right? That are poor. Right? There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what we should have. We should have apartments that take care of people, right? I've never disagreed. I never even said we shouldn't help the migrants. If they're illegal, you need to deport them, but you shouldn't let them sit there smoking dope on a street corner either. You should give them something to do. That was always my position. You can go back to all of my videos. I was clear on that position. If they need to be deported, you deport them. If someone's on welfare and they can work, they need to work. That's my position, right? But if they need a house or they need some help, then you give them some help. That's what you do, but you want to help them so they get out and get on their feet. See, people label you. The left labels you, the right labels you, other people label you, influencers label you, all this labeling, right? In the end, what are they doing? They're all making money off of this. All of them. When you get money from the government, you're part of the government. You can't say you're not. You kind of get it? You can't say you're not part of the government if you're getting money from the government. I was part of the government. I was getting money from the government. I was a teacher for, I don't know, what, 18 years? 18 years I was a teacher. 18 and a half years I got in. I was a teacher on leave, and I was a teacher, and then I worked at the union, right? I was all of that stuff. 18 and a half years. So I was in. I'm not going to say I wasn't in. You want to see why they're kicking all those black people out? That's why they're kicking all the black people out right there. See that? That's why they're kicking out the black people. They want the land. That's what they're doing. Let me get a picture over there. That's a nice picture, right? That tree is kind of in the way there. I used to come here for morning pictures every morning before this was even built. I'd show you the pictures. All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Idor. I appreciate that. All right, so you pay the utilities, but if you don't make no money, you don't pay no rent, right? So I get it. That's what I want to know. I never lived in a CHA. I don't know that stuff. I need to know that. So here's the thing. So right now we can rent those out to people who need it. Because why? The mayor keeps saying we have a housing problem, right? Well, why aren't we renting those out? Ms. Zidor just said we could rent those out. It goes by your income. So it doesn't even have to be for, if you're super poor, you don't have no income, it can be the middle income people, right? That can't afford to live in Chicago, but they're not. It's boarded up. I thank you, Ms. Zidor. That's why, what do I keep saying? So now why do you think they're kicking everybody out? You want to see it? You want to see the answer? Right there. It's in front of you. There you go. 6:59, we'll listen to 7 o'clock news a little bit, then we'll shut it down. See that there? Look at that. Pretty cool, ain't it? Soccer field, right? See that there? I was riding and off-roading in here before they even built this stuff. Pretty nice, ain't it? This is the guy that's building the stadium over in the 78 soccer field, right? Right, guys, I think he might be a billionaire. He might be close to a billion. I don't know if he's a billionaire. See that there? Look at that. Beautiful, ain't it? These used to be all the projects over here. This was all projects here. Everything here was projects. And then they tore down the Montefiore school over there last year, right? Montefiore was torn down by Brandon Johnson. The all-black school was torn down by him. Right, they're going to tear down these buildings. This is all going to be a private development here, right? See that there? It's pretty beautiful, isn't it? All right, 7 o'clock, this is the news, and then we'll sign off. We'll listen to this news, and then I'll let you go with a nice, and then I might find a sunset somewhere. We'll see.
He wanted to carry out attacks in Los Angeles and New York, targeting a prominent synagogue, my sources tell me, in Manhattan.
President Trump is back in the U.S. and told reporters while flying back from China on Air Force One that he and his Chinese counterpart spoke about Iran, Taiwan, and trade. Trump was asked about whether President Xi Jinping is a dictator.
I don't think about it. He's the ruler. He's the president of China. I don't think about it. You simply would have had to deal with what you have.
Another deadly virus outbreak, this time in Africa, where the top health agency has declared an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. At least 250 suspected cases and 65 deaths have been reported. More from CBS News medical correspondent Dr. Celine Gounder.
It's on the border with South Sudan and Uganda. You're dealing with gold miners, migrant workers, ADF militants in the area, which makes it harder for healthcare workers to do the contact tracing and the testing. So there are a lot of factors here that make this a pretty high-risk situation.
An Atlanta neighborhood is complaining about a Waymo invasion. CBS's Michael Wallace.
Each day, dozens of the autonomous cars circle the cul-de-sac at the end of Battleview Drive. Cars are empty and are not picking anyone up.
Yesterday morning, we had 50 cars that came through between 6 and 7.
This neighbor says when they put one of those kid-shaped neon green children at play signs in the road to block the Waymos.
We had at one point 8 Waymos that were stuck trying to figure out how to turn around.
Waymo says it is addressing the problem.
Just doesn't feel safe to have that traffic.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Supreme Court rejects Virginia's bid to restore a congressional map that would have given Democrats a chance to pick up 4 seats in the House of Representatives. This is CBS News.
Every Sunday, moderator Margaret Brennan goes face-to-face with...
So you kind of get it. All blacks used to live in this area. I knew somebody that used to live here, right? So all blacks used to live here 20, 30 years ago. Again, gentrification doesn't happen overnight. It takes years. It takes a generation sometimes. That's why rich people are rich. And us rest of us are the rest of us. Does everybody get that? You know why? Because rich people pass on the money. They pass on the money. That's how rich people are rich.
Degrees here in Chicago, but it's going to become partly to mostly cloudy tonight with a thunderstorm and spots late, which could be heavy and gusty. A low near 60 is expected, but tomorrow we'll start the day with a few showers and spots. Then turning out partly sunny and even warmer. We'll see a high of 83, but a low of 62
ain't nobody out
is expected
here.
tomorrow night with partly to mostly cloudy skies and a straight
I think this is the FBI headquarters right there.
Look at that AccuWeather 5-day forecast at 7:15. But right now, our top local story on News Radio WBBM. A notorious Chicago police commander who's already cost the city more than $100 million in legal and settlement payments is connected to another multi-million-dollar settlement being considered by aldermen. WBBM political editor starts us off with this story, Jeff Buckles.
The late John Burge and detectives he trained in the 70s and 80s have been linked to dozens of cases involving suspects, mostly black men, who say officers beat and tortured them into confessing to crimes they did not commit. Now the city law department is putting another of those cases in front of the council's finance committee. It's recommending the city pay $13 million to settle a lawsuit filed by Arnold Day, who says officers trained by Burge beat him until he confessed to two 1991 murders. The courts granted Day's request for a certificate of innocence in 2019 after he'd served more than 2 decades behind bars. Aldermen will also consider a $3.5 million payment to the family of a street vendor who was hit and killed back in 2020 by a car speeding away from Chicago police. We're at City Hall. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Ahead of next week's somber anniversary of the killing of 2 Israeli embassy staffers in Washington, D.C., federal prosecutors have announced they intend to seek the death penalty against the Chicago man accused.
Elias Rodriguez faces terrorism, hate crime, and murder charges in the shooting deaths of Yaron Lachinsky and Sarah Milgrom. U.S. Attorney in Washington, D.C., Jane Pirro, announced the filing during an unrelated press conference.
My office will seek death against the defendant, Elias Rodriguez, for the killing of 2 young Israeli embassy staff members at the Capitol Jewish Museum.
The Department of Justice says Rodriguez was motivated by political, ideological, national, and religious bias. The indictment of the former Albany Park man claims he shouted "Free Palestine" during the shooting and later said he did it for Gaza. Rodriguez has pleaded not guilty. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Ever sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic and watch drivers flying by on the shoulder and wish that person would actually get caught? So did Cook County Sheriff.
Since August, Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart has had his department's helicopter track down people who are driving down expressway shoulders. And since December, he says 1,300 of those drivers have been given tickets.
It hit me one day driving into downtown for the 1 millionth time, watching some moron driving on the shoulder while the rest of us are all stopped and just, recklessly endangering everybody.
Sheriff Dart says people ticketed for driving on the shoulder can be fined from $250 to $1,000, and some of them are also sentenced to pick up garbage along the side of the road. He says some offenders like to claim the sheriff's deputy has pulled over the wrong driver until the deputy shows the motorist the video that was relayed to the deputy from the chopper. Bernie Tafoya, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A child sexual abuse investigation is underway in Aurora. WBBM's Rachel Pearson has the details.
55-year-old Michael Herbert, a board member at Aurora Christian Schools, is accused of abusing teenage boys over a period of years. Aurora police say the case began after a man in his 20s came forward late last year, claiming Herbert groomed and abused him starting in his early teens. Herbert's now facing multiple felony charges, including criminal sexual assault and possession of child sexual abuse material. Detectives say electronic evidence and additional reports led them to believe there may be more victims. Rachel Pearson, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A new Love's Travel stops opened this week at the I-80 interchange with Briggs Street. The Fuel Center includes a Hardee's restaurant, laundry facilities, a dog park, 7 showers, and multiple RV parking spaces. In honor of the grand opening, the Herald reports the Loves will donate thousands of dollars to the Greater Joliet Area YMCA, Trinity Services, and Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. It's 7:08, traffic and weather together on the 8th. We have a crash on the Kennedy. Here to explain is Trent Erickson.
Yes, a crash on the old Kennedy. On either side now. We're working on the inbound side, solid from Cumberland to Central to crash in a lane, then Addison to the Verde interchange are heavy, and then stop and go from downtown to Fullerton with a multi-vehicle crash on your outbound side in the 2 left lanes, and then you're heavy from Lawrence out to Harlem. It's 38 minutes to get to Montrose, 52 minutes out to O'Hare. You don't get the express lanes anymore to save you either. They are headed inbound for you, and they'll save you about 3 minutes if you want to try them out. Nothing doing on the Edens for the moment. If you're on the Eisenhower, it's 50 minutes in from I-90 and from Manheim to 32. Back out is heavy from Independence to First Avenue. It's 24 to get to Manheim and 42 minutes out to I-90. Stevenson's 27 in from the Tri-State, but 32 on your way back out with that road work in a lane, and left lane's taken out just before Pulaski. It's heavy from Damon now on out. On the Dan Ryan, 22 minutes in from 95th Street. It's slow going from 31st Street, and locals and Pershing in the Express are 2 minutes slower. Up on side to 35th is tight with stocks traffic. And then headed towards 95th Street, 23 minutes down to 95th as it stands now. If you're traveling out to I-57, it's 20 minutes in from I-80. On the Bishop Ford, 18 in and 22 on your way back out. Slow out from 130 at the Bovey and Woods with long-term work in the left lane. It's going to be a little slow going from 130th on down to Sub Lakeshore Drive, north from Roosevelt to Monroe and backward to Chicago, and southbound side from North Avenue to Chicago Avenue is kind of slow going. And I-80 cleanup of an earlier crash still going on the eastbound side just before Harlem. It's heavy from the Grange, and that's taking out a lane. It's heavy on the westbound side from Briggs over to Center because of road work. You're from the Metro Traffic Center. Your next report at 7:18 on News Radio 105.9 WBB.
You heard all those motorcycles driving while Tom Dart says it's illegal, right?
We'll see a low near 60.
Those are all illegal mini bikes.
In a few spots with a high of 83 degrees.
That's why you know Tom Dart's a liar.
And a straight thunderstorm mainly west of Chicago tomorrow night. It's 75 degrees at O'Hare and Midway, 73 at the lakefront, and right now it is 710.
If you have a legal problem and want to save big on attorney fees and retainers, then call the AmeriLegal Network today. AmeriLegal is a local network of lawyers with hourly rates that start at just $95 per hour. That's right, under $100.
Alright, so that's gonna be enough for tonight. It's 8 o'clock as the sun sets, so I gotta shut the broadcast on because I'm over 3 hours. I just want to leave you with this. A nice shot. I'll see if I get a sunset. But you heard those motorcycles passing us by, and you heard the sheriff say, I hate it, and I'm going after the people. He didn't go after those guys there. They won't go after them guys. That's the point. We all have to be careful. We all have to watch what's going on and see that the people that are running our city, our county, and our state are liars. They want to steal your land. They want to steal your family's land. They want to steal grandma's land. They want to kick blacks out of the city. They want to kick Mexicans out of the city. They want to have migrants and immigrants to be their slaves. That's what they want. They want that. I just showed you hundreds of apartments that are empty while the mayor says we don't have apartments. So that's all. It's on you if you believe him or not. You can do whatever you want. You can hate Trump or not. It doesn't matter to me. I don't like Trump, but I voted for him. I don't like Vallis. I think Vallis is a racist, but I voted for him because I know who. Brandon Johnson's worse than Vallis. You kind of get where I'm going? So that's what I want to end with. It's a nice sun. Get out there, get some dinner, get something. We got Ms. Zedor having some catfish tonight. And relax, take it easy, and enjoy yourself. It's going to be really hot this weekend. It's supposed to be 80 degrees. It's supposed to be stormy. Take it easy. I'll talk to you guys later.